I hate football.
I love football.
I simply hate football.
Can I quit?
No. We have
So
been kicked
An
out.
wants
You
to.
have
He
to
hate football.
we
Diggs
I hate
quit
football.
football. Zam, what's your excuse? You want
One
to
at
quit the game one at a time?
one at a
Pre-season.
time.
You can't
Pre-season.
stand. You
Suspicious.
can't
Oh,
stand.
That guy.
What's up, everybody? We are
Hey!
back. The chat shit bang crew is back once again in the big focus. And I think we are joined by like 6 million viewers right now.
Not enough.
Not
Let's
enough.
make
We
it
need
7.
more. We need more. So
Yes.
tonight it's going to be something interesting. We're going
Ooh.
to bring in lots of banters, lots of laughter, and I think the roof is going to go down with some interesting points that
The
we
room
have
already
picked up over
started
the
going
weekend.
down already, Joe.
Yeah.
Oh
Because
yeah, I
yeah.
think some of them already started going down when they started the weekend at the top of the table. But it's always the case. It's always the case.
Guys,
So fellas, how are we
Joe.
doing? Let's start with you.
Joe, I'm gonna place a big disclaimer right now. For those of you who are gunning for Man City is rich, Haizam is not. Spare my boy. Spare the kid.
Spare my
alright?
boy.
He's
Yeah.
feeling under the weather. Wait, did I just say spare the cane?
Oh,
No.
Oops.
Ooh.
hey
I
fellas,
say spare the cane?
I want to show you guys something. I think at the point of time, Dibs was sleeping. I think.
Was it?
All right.
He
This
he's
was
always
actually we had a conversation on Sunday night. Whether or not to watch the football game, and after a while in the first half, it was really boring, fellas. So for those out there, I want to show you guys something. This was what happened. Night, boys. I'm just having the game in the background while hearing the Latin commentators. Haha, 1-0 to Spurs. Sun will score. I'm calling it. Everyone thinking, what is this fella blabbering about? We're not going to tell you what
said that
happened and do this.
Who said that stuff?
We don't know. But
Uh-huh.
let's just check out this video first. And then
Okay.
we'll tell you guys
Let's
who
go.
is
Let's
the
roll
person.
it, Joe. Let's roll it. Let's go.
You cannot write this shit here. You
Can we say-
cannot write.
Wait, can we have this anthem right now to be sung loud and proud? You are my sunshine,
You are my sunshine.
You make me happy.
Fellas, if you realize it's only Anwari singing, Dave singing, myself, our poor soul that's in the
Aizam.
bottom left corner. Aizam. You can say Man City is rich. Aizam is not, but he's about to be as well.
Aizam, how have you been, man? Aizam, how have
Oh,
you
man.
been coping? First and foremost, without TBF. So, what was your release outlet? And let's talk a bit about Man City, my boy. Man City, where are they? $1 billion dollar. Come on, man.
It's just the second
I
game
had
of
the
the
song.
season, and everybody is pressing the panic button.
Why?
I think everyone forgot last season where City were at, before we won the title.
Ooh, here comes.
Last,
Shots fired.
last season was one game at a time. This season, the confidence increased.
Shots fired.
One fever at a time. He told us,
Well,
guys, for
uh,
those of you guys who are watching us live right now, first and foremost, thank you so much. Keep yourself tight and warm because this is going to be a whole through 90 minutes, thrill and spill all year today, 90 minutes, all right? But Haizam actually texted us, right, Joe, before we actually went into the saying, guys, I'm feeling under the weather. Every single
Yeah,
time,
every single time.
TBF, he will be under the weather. Can we throw him under the bus tonight, Joe?
Hey, I
Every
don't think
time.
we have to throw him, lah.
We don't know.
I will
I
throw
think
myself.
Can he either throw himself or people are already throwing him under already?
And you know what, right?
By the
Hey,
chats
but-
already, you can see already, man. You can see people are gunning for the one person at the
I
bottom.
told you. But you know
He
what?
told you.
You know what, Joe? If it wasn't for City's result, right, that actually left Haizam black and blue. If it
Uh-huh.
wasn't for that result, he would have really been in that shape and state. Because why? Over the span of 1 month during the Jack Grealish saga, Tips has been hammering him left, right, center.
Big
He
time.
has
Oh,
been
yeah. Correct.
He has
Yeah,
been interrogated, all right? Like
True.
this guy has just committed capital crime.
Every morning,
Every single day.
Every single morning.
Why Man City wants to go for Jack Grealish?
Why?
Sam, look at this Twitter, Sam.
No.
Why are Man City fans
And
like
before
this,
that, it was Arsenal. First, he was targeting at
Jack
you.
Grealish.
During the season, it was me. He was
Yes.
targeting at me. United won. He and Bruno is that chapter closed, and then he ran into Arsenal,
Uh-huh.
and then they felt that Arsenal is not going to sign him, and then the whole
Hey.
thing piloted and
Wait, wait.
twisted to Zam.
Joe, can I just interrupt and say something here? When you watch a movie, there is the start of the scene, right? That's
Yep.
United. There is
And
the
that's the
climax. That's
all
City,
right.
right? But
Okay.
then in between, you need a comic relief, correct?
Okay, Tips, that's where you should stop, Tip, because I know where this is leading into. But he was badgering Haizam every single day. Haizam, why Man City wants to buy Jack Grealish, Zam? Zam, don't
Why?
you all have enough quality, Zam? Zam, it's just
It
Bernardo
was
Silva
like
still
a
at the club. What
it's
has
like
it got to do with Haizam?
we were already hearing from Ridwan for oil money non-stop every morning
Yes.
ranting, and then we
Oh,
have to hear it from our own big focus chat group as well every
pressure,
Ah,
pressure,
morning. But
pressure.
fellas, this is what we have missed. This is what we have came here to do. So
Woohoo!
we're gonna start this ball rolling, and that is it. That's the four phases you guys are gonna see possibly every Tuesday.
9 p.m.
We're gonna be happy. We're
Yeah.
gonna be screaming. We're gonna bring a lot of banters down, but
Mm.
the comment section is buzzing,
All
bro.
right, so Joe,
It
let's
is
pick up.
buzzing.
Do the
Let's hit
honors,
it
Joe.
in. All right, let's
Let's
hit the
go. Let's
first
go.
one. We got Ridwan Anthony Marshall. Hey, what's up to all the big focus hosts? Hello, Ridwan. Thank
what up,
you.
Ridwan? Thanks, man.
Here comes the first one.
Oh.
100 million down the drain. Jack release loses again. Prem,
uh,
how are
Fred,
you, Prem? Thank you
hey,
for texting me on Facebook. I'll reply you soon,
I
Prem.
hope
Don't
you're awake
worry.
this time.
Grealish
Grealish went
went
missing.
missing.
No,
$1 billion.
not wait, not only Jack Grealish
$1
went
billion.
missing. His
Oh my
English
god.
also went missing.
Did Sam score? Yeah, Sam did score.
Did he?
Bro, I'm telling you everything. We will give Sam a time to explain what happened. What happened. And
Man
you're
City,
gonna
oh, Man City.
Zam,
Whatever
this is
last
what
week.
happens. This is what happens. If you do not reply Ridwan, this is what you say. Whatever lah Zam.
Yeah, the normal
Whatever.
the
It's
normal
okay, but you
dialogue.
go to dinner here today. You know who you are in for when Deeps, Joe, Anteta, and my boss Zam appears to TV. Hello, Victor.
Only one
I
boss.
really hope you have chosen this time in this season. You've chosen whether or not you want City or Mary, right? Please get that done. Faresi!
Yes,
My
Kausak.
boy Faris is back once
Thank
again.
you for
New
watching
season.
mine. Thank you for watching mine.
What you doing, man?
Boleh
Last
di-
season
boleh-
belum habis ah. Bro, I'm telling you,
Daddy
big
shake.
time, big time.
Nah.
Everybody is you. That's it. Okay, I think that's it. The whole thing.
Done.
And we got Jay watching as well.
Cancel.
Thank you, Jay.
Wow.
Miss you too,
Miss
Jay.
you
We're
too,
gonna
bro.
see you on
Miss you
show
too.
once again. What? This one damn high. He is. He is.
We are damn high as well.
And
So if you
let's
are-
get this rolling. The
let's get
fellas.
this party started.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right, Joe. So the first one that we have right now, in our view, is of course game week 1 review. Zam. Just before we start the ball rolling, Zam, can you do that pose? The Sony pose? Can you do that?
Zam, kids are watching. Zam,
Zam,
kids
come
are
on,
watching.
Zam. Come on, Zam. I'm becoming a fan
Since when our big focus has always been family friendly.
account.
I don't remember that last
So let's-
season.
Ever since City loses, we're going to be all friendly now, right?
Why does
Oh
no, man.
my god, but let's go through the results, man. Alright, so if you guys can see
Oh my
right
goodness, what's the first result? But it's okay, it's
no,
okay.
the
Let's not
first
touch.
one pre-season.
What?
It's a pre-season friendly, and then the 9 matches are all played.
Sorry,
each
8 matches after that preseason
Oh,
friendly.
you want to add it as well?
Ah.
Aston Villa. Okay, so 8
Okay.
matches played last week. Okay, 2 being pre-season friendlies. We'll speak about it in lengthy fashion, but we'll go on with all these 10 games. But more so, I want to touch about on this one first. The contenders on easy street, Joe. We did our watch along for Manchester United versus Leeds.
Yep.
I can say that was a nightmare for me because the reason why I was so up to do
You
that
were
watch
on,
along,
you were up there, bro. You were up there,
I
and then you
knew
just
for
went
sure.
boom,
I knew
3
for
goals
sure.
in 10 minutes.
Oh man, what a bad mistake. But hey, I thought that misery loves company. I didn't know I would get it actually with some and also tips. Alright. But let's go with the first one. Joe, we go with Chelsea versus Crystal Palace.
Let's go.
Nail. Okay. So 3-0 right now, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, walk in the park for them. And then I think the biggest highlight was of course Shalova. Shalova scoring his
Ooh.
debut goal after
A
nearly
peach of a
decade
goal,
being
bro.
in
A
the club.
peach of a goal.
I caught that game. I think Palace never threatened Chelsea's goal. I think they didn't lay a single glove on them. This is what you probably expect from the European champions, right? Tips
Mhm.
for Chelsea and versus Crystal Palace. Right now, easy street for them. Is it more to come for Chelsea?
I think with the addition of Lukaku, I really think it's gonna be a strong season for them, lah.
Mhm.
I mean, Not in just a quick one. Last season they brought in all those players, right?
Yep,
And
they
we
did.
all agreed they needed time to gel.
Yep.
I think majority of the squad probably has a season of playing together. And now Lukaku has played for Chelsea before as well.
Mhm.
He just needs a bit more of tweaking under Thomas Tuchel, and I think they'll wouldn't be easy peasy, but I think they'll be up there.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So Zam, you actually texted us in the private chat saying that some of you guys are having issues in terms of YouTube. Guys,
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys are actually right now facing.
Yeah,
If it's a
it's
technical
going good, guys.
difficulty,
I'm
because
just
yeah,
checking it
because
right now.
on my end, it
Mm.
seems like the
Yeah.
It's
sound.
working for
Hey,
me as well.
It's okay. It's
Mayor,
okay.
if you feel like there's still more issues, bro, just PM me, just text me via WhatsApp or something. Because on my end, I can see the WhatsApp is the YouTube is working, fellas.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
but
working.
if
It's
you guys
working
are
for me as well.
still, yeah, if you guys are still having any issues, please,
Let us
please, please
know.
just tell us in this
Yep, sure.
comment section, fellas.
Cool.
Okay, yeah, go.
Okay, and then that was Chelsea. Of course, that's done. Quick
Mm.
one, 3-0. I don't think anybody would actually go against the grid, right, Joe? Everybody would have expected this
Nah, I think
3-0.
yeah,
I don't
because
think Barcelona gonna steal
you,
this one.
I mean, I thought Palace would have done something.
Nothing.
Vieira
No
again.
pua. They did nothing, Joe.
But
The best
I
thing,
just
it
got
was
one
my
thing, fellas.
captain.
I just got one thing, fellas. Maybe we could talk around the table on this.
Mhm.
Is Lukaku going to elevate this? I've been hearing talks whereby
Oh.
Romelu Lukaku is going to be a top scorer. He's going to tear the league apart. Lukaku this, Lukaku that. I mean,
Mhm.
fellas, honestly speaking, the only player that I saw really tore the league apart was Mo Salah.
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's the
Yep.
only player that I've seen. I mean, it's very difficult coming from United fan to praise a Liverpool player. But
Mm.
for me, the only player that I feel in this current era that really tore the league apart was Mo Salah. I don't think so. Lukaku have that standard, but I'm
Mm.
hearing from a lot of TikTok videos. I'm seeing a lot of podcasts saying that this is Lukaku's season. But
Wait,
why? Though? I can't get it. Maybe you guys share the same
you probably
concern.
listen too much to Manish, perhaps, Joe.
I don't know, bro. This is certainly not my age. You just said
Manish.
the wrong
Oh,
word, bro.
Manish.
calling
This
for
turned
Manish.
off.
Calling for Manish.
But
Guys,
I think Joe has opened it up nicely. He mentioned the big L, Lukaku. Not the L that we
Mm.
have actually held over the weekend, but the big L, the big Rom. How much of an impact, man, do you expect Big Rom to actually have at Chelsea?
I think that's the because he's coming back from a good no from what I feel that his most successful season in
Mm,
Syria. I think Italy. I think Inter will really miss the play that he has brought into Inter. So I
mm,
felt he coming back to Chelsea.
mhm.
I think the hype is there
Yep.
because let's face it. He's coming back from after such a beautiful performance in with Inter. So I guess the stakes are high for him, and then it's kind of like homecoming for him.
Mhm,
To prove that like when he was in Chelsea,
mhm.
the club didn't give him a chance. He was
Mm.
under the shadow of Drogba. He couldn't feel the shoes of Drogba, so he had to
Mhm.
leave. So coming back, I think the expectations are higher, and the fact that hey, we got a top tier Syria striker, one of the best in
Yep.
Italy, coming back.
True.
So I
True.
guess the stakes are. But here's the thing.
Mm.
I'm not sure whether that number nine curse will hit him. The Chelsea's
Ooh.
number nine curse. That would
What
be
is
that would
okay?
be that would be quite an interesting
Yeah.
proposition actually. If you look at it, I mean, I really hope that he succeed because of the price tag and whatnot, and
Mm.
coming back home ground to the team that he doesn't want to leave.
Okay.
So the number nine curse, that would be
Interesting,
intriguing in a way.
interesting. Yeah, I never thought of it. But guys, those of you who are right now watching us, do you agree with Haizam? Do you think that the number nine curse will continue at Stamford Bridge? And now you're talking about Big Rom, right, Joe? I don't
Hmm.
think when you pay that amount of money, there's very little room for error. You simply cannot fail,
Yep.
especially when
Yep.
you are coming in with the hefty price tag. But Joe, personally,
Yep.
you guys are gunning for the title as well. Like it or not, I know you guys are trying to sush it. You guys trying to sweep it under the carpet. Oh, we're not going for the title,
Yep.
but you are in the run for it. Looking at Chelsea, does it strike any fear now that they have Big Rom in the house?
No, fellas. The thing is, I've been saying this throughout the entire week, and say I've heard this whole story. I've heard this whole propaganda of Lukaku. The
Mhm,
same thing, I'm back home. I'm coming back to where I belong. I'm coming back to prove a point.
mhm,
He's been saying this all right long. No doubt, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm a huge fan of Lukaku. All right, I've done things where I've tried to copy what Lukaku does on pitch over what I've did in futsal. Of course, I have
Successfully
seen
though,
it
successfully.
successfully, though. Yeah,
Yeah,
but the
full
thing
of
is,
time with him.
I'm going to look at stats right now, which I don't usually do. All right,
Uh-huh.
but if you look at that, Lukaku has played a total of 3,040 minutes. All right, total in Syria,
Wait.
and
In
he
Syria.
scored in Syria, and he
Okay.
scored 24 goals. All right, but if you look at this Atlanta player, Luis Muriel, he
Look
had
at that.
1,535 minutes, and he scored 22 goals.
Better percentage, better
Better
conversion rate.
percentage, yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, I don't get this story behind whereby Lukaku is coming and he's gonna tear the league apart. No, I feel that, and I remember that Tristan and Anwari was saying that 3-5-2 formation will really suit his style.
Yeah.
But for me, I just say he's not going to be playing Torino week in week out. He's going to be playing the likes of Burnley. He's going to be playing the likes of Wolves.
What about
These
Arsenal?
players are
The likes of
intensity.
Arsenal.
The likes of Arsenal as well. And the thing is, these guys are all intensity players. You know,
Okay.
they bring in the intense. Not like Torino. They will go all out for you. So
Yep.
I don't buy that. No, Chelsea is going to be stronger because of Lukaku. Chelsea is stronger when they won the Champions League. I think that was a statement they said, and they are ready. But I don't think so. Lukaku is going to elevate them. I just feel that he's just going to be another squad player for them. But I don't think
Wow.
so.
Squad.
I
Squad
don't think
player,
so.
Joe.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a
I
very
don't think
big.
so.
Those are big
Joe,
The thing
words,
is,
Joe.
these guys,
what do you have for dinner?
his first touch is garbage.
Uh-huh.
His first touch is garbage, and he
No,
needs
not
his
now,
wingers.
Joe. Not
He's
now.
not. I don't think so, bro.
Have you not seen him in the Euros?
I've seen him in Serie A, bro. Serie A, I think even if you go also can score. If anybody can score, bro.
Oh,
Anybody can score in Serie A, bro. A 36-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo.
Not a good start to TBF.
A 36-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo can score in Serie A, bro.
Okay.
Come
It
on.
escalated
I
quickly.
Why
I
are
don't
we
buy
using
this.
Cristiano
Okay,
Ronaldo now as a marker?
Yeah,
Dude,
I mean,
he's
come on, this.
superhuman. Nobody compares to Cristiano Ronaldo.
But then again, I think Joe has a point because I
Okay.
remembered when Zeko went to Roma, right, I think he was top scorer or like
Yeah,
what.
He
So
was close
it's
to it. Yeah.
yeah, it was close. So it's really, I mean, there's
Kiraye.
valid points lah. You know, there's
no lah.
valid
But
points.
you see, this is where I'm gonna agree or disagree on a few
Okay,
points.
you close this chapter for Romelu Lukaku and then we move
I
on
think
to
I
Manchester
think
United.
okay. He may
even
not.
Zlatan had like 15 goals in
No, relax,
1,572
Joe.
minutes.
Joe, calm
Diva will call time on this topic, Joe. Relax yourself, okay?
My
No,
bad, Dave. My
I
bad.
think Lukaku is simple lah. Okay, if you're gonna say that he's not gonna be a world beater, set the league aside. But one thing is for a fact, right? Even though he lost a lot of weight right now. When he was at
He did.
United, he was quite buffed up, right? And he did
Yeah.
score the goals. West Brom, Everton, likewise. So he knows the English league. He has that advantage. Unlike Zeko when he first came in, he didn't know the English league, right? So I think he has that advantage. So even though he probably might not be world beater and romping away with 50 league goals or what, but I think he will elevate Chelsea.
Okay, I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm in the same school of thought as Tips as well. And if you look at the comment right now, a couple of them buzzing in. Romelu Lukaku knows the Premier League guys inside out, but it remains to be seen how the season actually spent and Inter Milan will prepare.
He knows the
his
outs more than
Chelsea
ins.
return. And going back to the point, some of you guys made about Dzeko. Dzeko is now 35, still can play Inter Milan with a 34 million transfer, mind you.
Yeah.
And then we've got Noah chiming in as well. Think Lukaku will do well for Chelsea. Antonio Conte changed his game, plus how he has also transformed him. And there you go, another one. Good evening from our
Good
season
evening.
ticket holder. FJ is finally back in the building after a long hiatus. And we've got another one here, which is this is quite relevant, because Arsenal
Yeah.
has the same curse going on right now.
I think everywhere is.
Number 9 jersey are cursed for all London clubs. Let's go. Also for Alex, this Sunday Lukaku will be feasting on a well-marinated
I don't
piece
think
of
so,
white
bro.
bed meat.
Arsenal is the boogie team for Chelsea.
Yeah.
You already know. And then we've got Mayor. Finally, I think his screen is now up and running. To be frank, TBF.
Too
It's
kind,
to be
bro.
frank. To be frank, this is the best football show and it's known as the Big Focus. Thank you, my guy.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks,
Thank
Mayor.
you. Could not
And
say
then
any better.
Lukaku
Thank you,
sell
Mayor.
for 20 million, buyback for 100.
English club mentality, exactly.
Money.
We get Pogba for free, we bought him for 89 million.
And then we go with Norwich Palace offered little to no reason, kind of expected the Gulf in class against their opponents. Great opening weekend. More to come. FJ was right. After
Yep.
Bruno is to your team. Joe, start off. Manchester United, Bruno Fernandes, hat-trick hero, emphatic victory, comprehensive, start to finish. Do I need to say more, Joe? Do I need to say more?
Am I hearing
I
Pinaldo
hate
or
it.
something?
I hate it to the very core.
Fernandes.
Right? It
Do we
rocked
need
my soul
penalty?
and spirit. I hated
Do we
it.
need some free kicks? I can hear you.
Joe, if you're gonna continue gloating, you are done for the night. Okay?
All right. Okay.
let's go,
You
United.
guys know I'm a realist. I don't like to gloat, but the thing is, I was just happy that we whacked the shit out of Leeds. It's
Mhm,
Leeds. If it was any other cup like Norwich or Crystal Palace that we won, then I was like, okay. But it's Leeds. I
mhm.
had to just gloat a bit because they were going on and on in the weekend. But the thing is, we got to keep it real. I don't think so. We are contenders. Nope, not at all.
This
Nowhere
fella
near.
become like Zam like last season already.
Nowhere near.
reverse
I don't
Start
psychology
think
being
so.
like
already.
that.
No, I'm not
Reverse
going to say
psychology.
it's reverse psychology, guys. I've been saying this from last season.
He's a
I,
psycho.
if we have gotten a CDM,
Uh,
I would say we are in the content for the title race this
Wait,
Hey,
season.
Jojo. Okay,
we
okay.
are the same BAM, same bus. We need CDM.
Oh, no, no, no,
Yeah,
no.
we need a CDM.
This is where it irks me the most. All right, how come you need a complete full team in order for you to challenge or even win the title? City won the title without a recognized number nine. All right, you
True,
went if you go to Liverpool, right? Liverpool didn't have a complete squad either. They didn't have a recognized nine as well. So
but
every
they didn't.
season, every season when a team wins the title, there's always that deficit, and that's why a good manager will actually bridge the gap. You are not playing FIFA whereby you can get
I,
everything done and
exactly.
covered top to toe.
You just said the answer. A what
Yes,
manager?
manager. So are we? So is the manager the sticking
Mm,
point then? No. So it's not about the position that you are not
it's
being able to
the
cover,
thing
right?
is, I would love to. You see, the first game itself, we are playing double pivot. I was mad pissed that
Mhm,
we were playing double pivot. I was really hoping that we'll go somewhere 4-3-3, really somewhere attacking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the thing is, we trashed the shit out of Leeds because Leeds is the open play club.
Yep.
You know, they let go a lot of pots of holes. It's easy to penetrate through. I think any club would have also be able to do so, be able to score many goals. But
fair.
the thing is, if you're going to play the likes of Burnley and Wolves, the kind of teams that
That's the
sit back and
acidness of
defend,
you. That's the
that is
acidness.
where it's difficult. That is where we will see where we are able to do it. So I won't be able to gauge from the start of it. We
Mm,
won Chelsea 4-0 a couple of
mm,
seasons back.
mm,
And the next game itself, we went downhill and then we
Mm-hmm.
started to draw, then lose, then draw.
mm.
Home games was horrendous. Yeah, so it happened. It happens. So
But
All
I'm
right.
not gonna come and I'm not gonna sit here be like other fans and say, "Oh, this is our season," and all. Nah, come on.
I
Joe,
think
don't
I'm
yes,
just
yes.
happy that we
Yeah.
whaked the shit out of Leeds. I'm super
He has learned.
happy.
He has learned from his
Yeah,
mistake.
but
Last
being
year,
title,
he was
nah.
going like a air horn.
Yeah,
Well, we
boy.
are top of the league, and then we played the January champions video. Da-da-da, glory, glory, Man United in
That was
January.
Arsenal though. I mean,
No,
they
no,
were top
in
of the table on
January,
Friday.
glory,
Right?
glory, Man United. Okay, we still
you
have
know,
at least 2 more weeks to
but
run the
Joe,
claim.
just to
Yeah.
quickly chime in. I mean, with under Solskjaer, you guys have. I mean, you guys have improved from the time he took over.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
why do you not think that this will be the season that he actually brings you all to the trophy to title?
Yeah, why Joe?
To answer in one liner, he hasn't gotten the fundamentals right.
Like,
In what sense,
Like,
you?
yeah, in
In
what
what
sense? Yeah.
sense
Yeah, in what
of
sense? Yeah.
substitution and tactical wise, and lineup as well? These three things. He hasn't really gotten it right. And the thing is now, right now, because Sancho is not really fully equipped to play
uh-huh,
the
Mm-hmm.
first game,
mhm,
Varane also can't be playing. So it will take about maybe 5, 6, 8 games
mhm.
for us to know what is he really going to do. Because right now he has to play with this current team.
Okay.
I will be foreseeing that he will be playing double pivot for the next 4, 5 games.
Mm.
Eh,
Yeah, so
actually, I just
after
want
which that
to bring.
happens.
I
Yeah,
want to
Joe.
bring in this. Okay, because this is the season where the fans come back. So
Mm,
do you think that that will really play a part? Because if
Big
you look
part.
at it, big
Yeah.
part. Because I
definitely.
think I saw the highlights when United and Leeds were playing, and I think when Varane was introduced, I see that passion that was
Mm.
missing with a lot of clubs last
Goosebumps.
season.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
yep,
I
yep.
feel that I think that's the reason why United had that comprehensive like 5-1. I mean, I'm gonna be not biased in that sense. I'm gonna be as as fair as possible. I think with the fans coming
Mm,
back, it will definitely change a whole lot of dynamics. That's for sure.
True,
Okay.
true. I agree. Yeah, the fans coming back can either
yeah,
make or break a team as well.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yep.
True, true, true. Okay. I think there is one central theme here in the 5-1 thrashing. All right,
Yeah,
of Leeds
definitely.
United.
I'm not going to be as
Paul,
soon as.
Paul Pogba. I'm not gonna give the mic to you, Joe, because I know how big of a PP fan you are. All right.
Woo!
But Tips, Paul Pogba.
Saucy!
Apart from FPL, many FPL players actually overlook the selection of Paul Pogba, and for very good reasons as well, because we wouldn't know if he actually would make the starting 11.
Yep.
But just on the performance itself, Tips, come on, rain on him. 4 assists,
I was
world
one of those.
class.
I was one of those. I was like Paul Pogba. Nah, I'm not gonna put him because inconsistent, right?
Yeah,
But then
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch the match because I was out. But I watched the highlights the very next day.
yeah.
I think when that fella put his heart into it, right, he's a world beater. Nobody can stop him.
True, I agree.
I think he just needs that kick up in the ass, like get the damn ball, play.
Mhm.
I don't know whether it's the first game of the season, whether he wants to put himself in the shopping window and he's performed like that. But if he is gonna continue performing this way, I think it is gonna cause some serious problem for oppositions.
Okay, there you go. And then I
Yeah.
think alluding to the same point that Tips actually have made mention of, seriously, this season the Manures are a force to be reckoned with, and this could be the season they end their trophy drought. They are of course odds on to win the
Nah,
Carabao Cup.
that is
That
a
one,
that
that,
is
that
a
one as
default.
usual. That
That
one
is a
is
default
default.
City Cup, man.
Yeah.
Matic should play more. He had a good preseason. It was a pork show. And then going with Ridwan, I also don't want to be overconfident.
You don't lie,
You
lah.
don't lie. You don't lie. You go. You
You
always
today say
you
this,
tell
and
lah.
tomorrow morning Prata say another thing.
But Joe, how many games do you see this Man U team actually click? But I don't think they need time, right? Because basically, essentially, that was the same team, Joe, that you guys played last
Yeah,
season.
that's
Exactly
basically
the
that's the
same.
same team, though. But I
Yeah.
would say for Sancho no, and Varane to come in, possibly 10 games. I would say it's from the 10th, 11, 12, starting from there. We'll see where it
Joe,
goes.
personal question. Whatever you saw of Sancho, did it actually manage to whet your appetite?
Just a few glints, but not wet my appetite. No,
All right, okay.
I just saw a few
With
glints of touches and passes here.
Varane, United should play three at the back. I told you, Joe.
Nah,
I
nah,
told
nah,
you
guys,
one
move on,
DM,
move
two
on.
fullbacks, two AM, two up front. You know, Salih, I told this
Who
guy.
is the one DM we have?
You don't have
Matic.
one.
Matic lah, Matic.
Matic.
Nah,
Hey,
he won't. They won't play him.
Roy King is working
McTominay.
for Joe Felix.
McTominay.
McTominay.
If you let Pogba have the freedom to roam and attack, yeah, you probably get the best of him. Okay, so that's
Okay,
United done. Really, really good job.
let's
Congrats.
go.
Enjoy
Let's
your
go.
weekend. I don't know whether it will be the same coming up this weekend
I don't
against
know,
the Saints.
man. But we'll see.
Because
We'll see.
last season it was an epic comeback, 3-2, right?
Yeah,
At
3-2.
St. Mary's. Don't know.
St.
We
Mary's.
now the boisterous crowd at their back. Don't know. Maybe this time your fortune will not be so good. Next
You
one,
never know.
guys.
That one. The one.
Team of the century.
2009-2020 champions.
Team of the team of the millennium, in fact. Liverpool
Yeah.
FC, the best club in the world. All right,
We'll give this to Zam lah.
Yeah, we gotta give it. Let's speak about it with more conviction. Because why, boys? Last season,
Why are you giving me? Why are you
No,
giving me?
Sam, last
Because
season,
you were their closest rival, no?
yes, closest rival. We have this really strange fondness towards Liverpool.
We were 18 points behind you, bro. So
Oh,
we
bro,
can't talk, no?
And last season, right, Joe, we were being labelled as anti-Liverpool.
Yeah,
Guys,
come on,
always-
fellas.
Come on, we love Liverpool.
We
Team of
love
the millennium.
Liverpool. We are scout. Sorry, I mean, sorry, not scout. Sorry, I'm not going to say the answer. We love Liverpool, guys.
do,
Come on,
we do.
lots of love.
We do.
Yeah.
We love Liverpool. But anyway, look at Mo Salah again. This
5
is normal
consecutive
order,
season.
Yeah, normal order resumed, Joe. This is his
Yep.
what, fourth consecutive season that he has
5.
scored.
Five.
Or five, is it five?
Lima.
On the opening match day. Boy, I watched that match, Cruise control. That's
Yep, I
what
watched
you
too.
want.
Yeah.
That's what you want from a potential champion.
Yep.
And again, like I mentioned for Norwich as well, they didn't cover themselves in much glory. They tried to go toe to toe with Liverpool, match them
Yep.
pound for pound. That completely backfired against Daniel Farke's team. But Zam, you look at Liverpool 3-0. We thought that you know what, maybe first game of the week, or rather first game of the season, the crowd will be back. Maybe there will be some jittery feeling, potential banana slip. Didn't happen, Zam. Liverpool, Tayo Cruz control.
Looking at the lineup, when Liverpool had against Norwich, right, is technically their strongest squad apart from
Hendo.
that I wouldn't say Hendo lah. Hey, Hendo not playing, right? Okay.
No, you got a
There's
couple of
that
big
Greek
players
defender.
missing.
Yep.
They got
Yep.
Robertson missing, and then they got Thiago missing, they got Henderson missing.
Their midfield three was just Milner, Kieta, and Ox. And these
yeah.
three guys
But
rarely,
didn't even start.
and
That-
these
that-
three players rarely start. Probably the last 3-4 seasons, they rarely start. They are only actually known as squad players, rotate players. That's
True,
it.
true.
But I never really seen
Yeah.
these three players play. Yeah, no.
But Joe, the grip they had on the game, Joe, it never
Yeah.
looked like it would loosen up.
Never look. That first 10 minutes was a bit
Ooh.
shaky. They were here. They were still trying to find
Yeah, they
their
were
feet
getting
here
caught
and there.
Yeah.
But I think from the 15 minutes onwards, boom. From there, it just
Liverpool,
went on, man.
Like it
Why
does
not?
up. Are you shaking? Do I hear a bit of clink, 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 clink? The two
Why
balls
would
hitting each other?
why would I be shaking, man?
Hey!
Your
Why-
nearest,
why would I be shaking?
close.
The thing is right now is that everyone is always hype up on the for the first game of the season. Like
Uh-huh.
first game of the season always, like what Joe said. Joe is a realist. Saying that one game doesn't make the season.
Mm.
True.
You know, even for the fact that when we're talking about tips Villa, I was expecting Villa to win. You
Yep.
know,
Uh-huh.
is that Villa losing? Is that is going to be a sign for their season? I don't think
Because
so.
you stole their best player.
Yeah. Don't let you want to go
No,
that up. Seriously.
no,
You know.
Okay, guys,
no.
Liverpool, Liverpool. Later we can anti-Liverpool. Go
Okay,
ahead.
okay, okay, okay.
But here's the thing. Like I always say, like I said early on, maybe perhaps the return of fans are changing back the whole dynamics. Basically, it's like the new normal, like where football without fans, it's gonna be different. And now
Yep.
football with fans, and the fact that players know that they are gonna play with fans, packing the stadium is gonna be an extra incentive.
True, I agree.
True.
So
And also, yeah.
yeah.
Go
No, no,
ahead.
I
So
was gonna
so
say, yeah, yeah. Sorry, sir.
it's
No,
okay.
no, I just want to quickly add in that
Yeah.
about the fans part, right? If you notice,
Yep.
I think almost all the home teams won as well. If I'm
Yeah,
not wrong.
true.
Yeah,
Good
Yeah,
except
observation.
Oh, really?
Norwich.
Yeah.
first game of
Yeah.
the season. Yeah, I think that adrenaline. So yeah,
Like
Okay.
Brentford, team,
Apart from Burnley,
Burnley and Norwich.
and
Burnley
Watford.
and Newcastle. Burnley,
Newcastle as well.
Newcastle, and
Oh, but even Brentford also won.
Yeah, not bad.
yeah,
Even Watford
Norwich.
won.
Yeah.
The aspiring
Go,
European party
don't go there
attraction.
yet.
Hey,
Liverpool.
Tottenham won, guys. Tottenham
Tottenham
2-1.
won.
Don't
Oh,
We
forget.
will
okay,
go
okay.
there. We will go.
We'll
We
go
will
there. We'll
go
go
there
there.
later.
I just wanna touch base on Liverpool for VVDs.
Oh,
Virgil van Dijk, he's back. He was buzzing. We all thought that. Remember we had these talks about having a big injury coming back. Will
yep.
he be the same player? But guys, he's not the same player.
yep.
But he's miles better than what
Better.
he was a
He's the
couple
all
of
round.
seasons back.
He's the
I
all
see
round.
the way the presence that he had, and his defensive partner was Joel Matip, someone who is a bit clumsy. He's prone to mistakes. But boy, VVD did not step foot in any mistake, guys. So I want to talk. How about Dips? Let's take this through.
Let's go.
His impact, is this the Liverpool that's gonna cruise control like 2 seasons ago?
You
Are
know,
they gonna streamroll one by one the clubs? Go ahead.
I don't know. I think with VVD, I was one of those guys to say, he's probably not going to be the same person. He's going to be a shadow of himself
Mm-hmm.
once he comes back. But I think he completely proved everyone wrong. I think having him in the back line, I think will make Liverpool a scary team again. Considering the
Yeah.
fact that they're probably going to be defensively sound. The attacking, you don't have to say, you've got Mo Salah there. A fella 5 season wonder, as what Faris said. I think Liverpool is a
As
team that
yeah.
is probably like like a wounded tiger, that wounded animal that's out to just kill and wreak havoc.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool is going to be the team this season.
Yeah, I
True.
agree.
True.
Wounded,
Let's just
wounded
take a few
animal.
comments, huh?
Sound like Hazard, wounded animal.
Mohamed Salahin, it's only Norwich, Yo-Yo Club with a man as a manager. I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot of people whenever a big like a club where like United, Liverpool, Arsenal, or Chelsea start the first game of the season, and then they're like, it's only Norwich, it's only Palace, it's only Watford. But I don't. Are you gonna buy this? It's only
man.
Norwich.
You should
Nah,
be-
no.
You,
What do you think of
you
this?
still have to beat the teams you're playing.
Yeah,
Whatever that's in front of you, that is that team you have to beat, regardless of the reputation and stature. You got to beat that guy, right? We go to Arsenal later on. On paper,
Yeah.
we should wipe Brentford clean. We should send them to the Millers. It did not happen. It didn't happen.
Yeah,
Right?
definitely not.
So yeah, football is
Faris,
never.
I will
theory.
see you on Saturday, and I'll make sure I'll give you something on Saturday. I think
Because-
Tibiskas can
because-
step in for Rabo. Yes,
Bro.
fellas, this one.
Yeah, I want to ask those of you guys who are watching us as well. Do you feel that Mikas has enough in him to step in, all right, to fill in the capacity that has been left by Robo? And it's a big void, yeah, boys. It's Robertson, Mr.
Yeah.
Consistent. Do you think right now Smikas can step into the role? Can he do himself a favor by trying to oust Robo, perhaps? Maybe I'm stretching. But who knows? I want to hear from you guys. Can Smikas actually fill in the capacity that is being left by, of course, Mr. Consistent Robo himself?
I think,
Mhm.
yeah, let's start with Dips.
No, I think ousting Robo is a very big word to use. Let's be honest. I think once Robo comes back, match fitness all done already, Robo is automatically going to go into that first choice. But I think Simikas, with his performance over the weekend and the fact that they're playing Burnley, which is going to be pretty tough for Liverpool, I think if he can just continue doing what he's doing, I think he can put himself in the window to challenge. But ousting Robo at this point of night is a no go.
Okay, okay, all right. Joe, a bit of friendly banter being fired
Yeah,
across
I
the
mean,
group.
this is
Huh?
what Liverpool fans can come up with. Though. A bit boring, though. No, you know why they call us anti-Liverpool? Because you guys are giving this kind of
Ah,
lame comments. I mean, this is like my secondary school days banter, no? Oh yeah, I have to tone it down. But seriously, Liverpool fans, get a grip, get a break, come back with a better banter, man. I'm boring, bro. I'm 31 years of age. You still expect me to do this, After one, I thought win the league, and come on, man. This one, I think even my brother who's NS, 21 years old, also won't banter with me like this.
Okay, you
Come
okay,
on,
Joe?
fellas. I love Liverpool. I love to banter with them, but come on, you guys gotta do better.
Okay, all
hey,
right.
there's one question at the top. Liverpool.
Uh,
You know, imagine if Liverpool had the same centre back injuries like last year. You know,
can we pick
you
that
see,
Yeah,
up?
let me do this.
Okay.
discuss.
This.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Alvin, thank you, Alvin,
It's
for joining in.
interesting. Food for thought, man. So if you
Yes,
look at it,
Hey,
like
Alvin. Hello, Alvin. That's my Navy mate, man.
no,
oh,
I think at this current moment, to answer this question for Alvin is a matter of conjecture, whether they can or whether they are not. You know, the if buts, and maybe I don't think we can actually put anything to bed until we see it for ourselves. But at this current moment, Alvin, looking at how Smikas actually slotted in,
Yeah.
I think he's good enough. He's
I,
definitely good
but
enough because
I don't think we can place him in the same level of Robo, but we can place him on the same level of defensive Robo.
yeah.
Robo in attack is another level. That
Yeah.
fella is another
No, but,
level.
but Smikas is not shabby as
But
well.
yeah, but he's not
Yeah,
shabby. But he's
yeah.
not up to that Robo's level of running around and
Maybe
trying
not
to
yet.
take the balls for attack. But in terms of defensive wise, I think Liverpool has gotten probably the best defensive left back in the league right now.
Probably so. And
Right now, because I think I've seen all the games. We have seen all the games. I did not see a particular left back that
nobody
played
stood out.
very well
Yeah, nobody stood out.
defensively, guys.
Yeah.
Defensively in the
Agree,
first
agree.
day.
City Mary Sim, guys, don't forget, we'll first fatigue start kicking in. They haven't had a proper break. If you go back all the way
Yeah, true.
back to like the rush
mm,
20 season and the Euros and Copa. Look, fatigue can always be a reason when you're not winning. All right, but you asked Man City last season, okay, they actually strolled past everybody. Can we play it down to fatigue? They played the same amount of games as the other teams, right? The other 19 teams. So I think fatigue is a lazy reason that people come up with when they are not winning. These
Yeah,
people are top athletes,
mm.
professional. When they travel, they even have their nutritionists, right, and their fitness trainers
yeah.
going with them. You look at their videos, right? Even when they are on holiday, they are busting their guts out. So I don't think fatigue is a good reason, of
No, but
course, unless you're
Sorry,
not winning.
I just gotta cut you in there. I think we can put fatigue if we did like the other time. I think a couple of seasons whereby they played on a Sunday, then they played on Wednesday, then they played
Mm.
Saturday. Yeah, I think that if you're gonna play 3 games in 7 days, yes, I think fatigue comes in. I think that's not
Oh,
easy.
last year. Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's during the pandemic period where they played like 3 games in 7 days. You know, they played Sunday, they played Wednesday, they
Mm.
played Saturday,
true,
then they
true.
play again on Wednesday. They keep going week in, week out.
Yeah,
I think that is a bit too much. I
true.
think if we ourselves, we play one week of football already, we need about 3, 4 days of rest.
Because
Imagine these
we are
players.
different level, Joe.
We
We
are
are different
different
level.
level, yeah. But
Right?
I think from right now, no
Uh,
pandemic, if it's going to be week in, week out with a Champions League game or Europa League game in
Yeah,
midweek for
fatigue.
Africa or Carabao Cup,
yeah.
I don't think so. Fatigue is going to be an
Yeah.
excuse for this season.
Fair. Konate is another
Tristan
hospital
is back.
regular. Good luck to Liverpool. He's a Man United fans anyway, guys. You can add him on that Facebook
Yeah.
and the Tristan logo and DM him, okay? Have
Go
fun.
and DM him. Go for
Okay.
it.
And then West Ham were mighty impressive, bouncing back from halftime. Benrahma will have a great season. Reminds me of Michu from Swansea. Obviously,
No, 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 no.
different kind of position, different
Swansea
kind
is
of player.
another taboo word, bro.
Different one, but yeah, I get what he meant. All right, and then we've got Velton also chiming. Taki needs to be in action
Hey,
more
hello,
often. Yeah,
Velton.
Velton. I think right now is the time for Takumi Minamino to step out as well because he had a
Yes.
damn good
Spot
preseason, man.
on, man,
He
Velton.
looked sharp, and even
Sharp.
when he was being loaned out last season for
Southampton,
the
yeah.
good of 6 months, right,
Mm.
tapes to Southampton, I think he did himself
Yep.
some justice. All
Yep.
right, so I think Taki, yes, we need to look into that as well. Okay, and last but not least, if fatigue is not a good reason, then I guess Ericsson was play acting in the real thoughts. Now, man, I think if you trace it back to 12 days before he actually collapsed, unfortunately, apparently this is conspiracy. He took
Yeah.
the Pfizer jab. He took the
Hmm.
Pfizer jab. He had his vaccination shot,
And
and then
he had an issue with his heart before.
anyway,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, he had an issue with his heart before, and we can't say it's play acting, man. And then you can't say it's because of fatigue. You know, fatigue and heart is not the same line, guys. I've studied sports science. You do not put fatigue together with the same line as heart. Your heart can go off anytime and anywhere. It's just a
Okay,
matter of when. Yep. Let's go on to the next one,
so
boys.
Joe, with that note, you talk about heart. My heart will go on, Joe. Our heart will go on.
Every
Oh,
night.
meet my dreams.
Come on!
Oh, we should have
Wait. Let's start with someone. I want to start with.
Go with me first, lah. The lower, the bottom,
No,
the bottom
come
team,
on.
lah. Not the.
Hey, I've got a few
No,
videos. I've got a
no,
few
we need to
videos.
start. No, we need to start with An because An set the ball rolling the first game of the new
Yes,
season.
I like that
Okay,
idea.
let's go. I
So
like that idea. I like that idea.
okay. This is
Okay,
okay.
and
Okay, you don't ever blame an Arsenal fan for being overly negative. Okay, so if you see right now we are in a complete depressed mode, you should understand. Only Arsenal have the facilities to pull this bunch of magic.
yeah,
Start of before the ball was being kicked. Top of the table, guys. Top of the pile.
top
Can
of
you
the
sing that?
pack.
Top of the table. That was the setting for Arsenal FC, the mighty Gunners. And then a few hours later, we were rock bottom. It was a complete emotional whirlwind. You don't laugh, tips. We'll get to you right after this. And then on Saturday at 7:30 p.m., thanks to Manchester United whooping Leeds United 5-1, we were out from being bottom to number 19, mind you. Thank you so much, Manchester United, for doing us a big favor. And right
Welcome,
after
welcome.
that, Chelsea also sent Crystal Palace to the cleaners. So now we jump to 18.
17
And
of
right
it.
after, there was another 3-0 result that pushed Arsenal to number 17. How beautiful football is. You
How
can never
beautiful.
see that. Only an Arsenal fan can do that. First, rock bottom, 19, 18. Voila, we are out of the relegation dogfight. I'm proud because we are
One
out of
stop
it.
one level one position above the relegation line.
Yeah,
Almost, almost there,
but no,
almost there.
no worries, because
Hey,
when I look up,
Let's
you are
get you
not far
going
away
on.
from me.
Let's get you
hey,
going.
hey,
All right,
Zam,
let's
mind the
get you
gap,
going.
Zam. Mind the gap.
Mind the gap, mind the gap. And
Oi.
when the season started, all right, everyone
Uh,
buzzing, 3 a.m., the
mm,
first football game for the
mm.
season. I know you were quite buzzing because you're
I
excited
didn't
and all
sleep,
that.
the whole
Yeah, you
day.
didn't sleep. You were nervous and all this. No,
Mhm,
everything was coming into you,
mhm,
feelings here, lots of emotions.
mhm.
But deep inside, you knew something was going to happen.
Yep.
Something. We even did an Instagram poll. We
Mm.
did like, is this going to be Brentford and Arsenal? A lot of people were saying Brentford's going to be.
It was a
But we
fair one,
knew
right?
that.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
fair
that's
result.
a fair one. That's a fair one. But I just felt that maybe a new boy is coming in. Possibly Arsenal might just win this comfortably, like how they did that, I think
Mhm.
last season against Fulham for 3-1 or 4-1, something like that.
Yeah. 3
Yeah,
nil. We won
3-0.
3 nil on the opening day. Yeah.
Yeah. Talk me through, bro. Talk me through. When you're watching the game, what were you feeling?
I felt it was Titanic all over again. That part when each
Can we
ship
have the
was
song,
slowly
please?
sinking down. Oh, but you know, Zam. Wait. Don't be overly exuberant, okay? After this, we'll
I
get to
don't
you.
care.
Yours is the best part, okay? But then again, I don't think it has actually shocked any Arsenal fans, to be really honest, all right, right here. Because if you look at our preseason, especially the defeat, right before the Brentford game, we played against Spurs, that was the biggest precursor of things to come. We
Mhm.
fell short, and again, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. Easy. We
Yeah.
needed, all right, every Joe, tips, every man and their dog knows that Arsenal needed a massive surgery. We needed a
True.
massive
Yep.
facelift. That didn't quite happen. So
Yep.
we brought in three players, all right. We talk about Lokonga, Nuno Tavares, and also Ben White. You look on paper, only Ben White can probably say, I'm a first team player
True.
quality. Nuno Tavares was supposed to be a backup, and so is Lokonga.
Lokonga.
But Lokonga was being pushed right into the deep end because simply we left ourselves short. Where was the center mid we needed? Where we were crying out loud for a creative outlet for a number 10, we scout around Europe and we came back with Shaka. Right? Only Arsenal sold Shaka to get Shaka back as a replacement. That's the
Hey,
kind of madness that we enjoy. And we
but
wanted a creative outlet, a number 10. Of course, we didn't go for Emi Buendia, apparently because that was not our first target. We talk about James Madison, we talk about Odegaard. They didn't appear at all, Joe. And we were
Mhm.
being tasked to lead the attack, or rather to start the attack with a 19 years old boy who has never touched the grass in the
Balogun.
Premier League in Balogun, right? In Balogun.
Yeah.
So what do you expect when the output, or rather the input is as such? The output will definitely mirror that. And it didn't come as a surprise because you know that stadium will be rocking. They will be jumping. This is their first time, mind you, playing in the Premier
Mm.
League. You don't expect anything lesser, especially it's
Yep.
Brentford. And to play fair, right?
Yeah.
Tips, he watches a lot of Brentford along the way as well. Tips, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. That's not how Brentford plays, you know. That was Route 1 football because why? They tapered their tactics to Arsenal's
Yep.
weakness. And that's why they caught Arsenal by surprise. They went Route 1. We were slow. We were really ponderous, right, in the way we attack, ball in the air. And that's why you get Arsenal running backwards all the time. Does it come from as a surprise? Not at all. Not for me at least. And that's what you get when you set yourself up against Premier League quality teams, thinking that
Mhm.
you know what, Brentford kids they can do the job. Nah, not happening. This is the Premier League, son. So you gotta wake up and smell the coffee.
Yep.
That's Arsenal in a nutshell. Boring.
What an emotional speech, man. What an emotional speech. Hey, but guys,
Oh,
if just want to talk it through tips, Arsenal, Brentford. If you guys were to look at the match stats, right? I mean, they had like 22 shots over Brentford's 8. More shots on target as well. In terms of open play wise, Arsenal had a lot of ball possession. They tried to penetrate through lots of interceptions, lots of progressive passes as well. I think there were more crosses into the box as well. And knowing that Arsenal were trying to press and press and press, what was that X factor that was stopping Arsenal from scoring or eventually winning the game?
Wow, Arsenal. I mean, no.
Arsenal.
They need I don't know whether it's Arteta out or whether they need a revamp. The team needs a facelift.
Mhm.
I
That's it.
I mean, Brentford set out to play. That's not the way Brentford plays in the Championship.
Go. Yep.
Brentford, but Brentford studied Arsenal very well down to the core, and they hit them where it hurt them the most. I was watching the game. I was drinking and watching the game, and I sobered down when they came.
Yes. Enough time to text us what happened to Arsenal.
Exactly.
Just
So
enough time
I mean,
before you hit the sack.
to be very honest, I was also part of that guys who would say, you know what, I think Arsenal's going to win this game.
Yeah.
Not that I was looking down on Brentford, but Brentford, I knew that they're not pushovers, right? But I thought Arsenal had enough in them to overcome Brentford. But when I saw the game and I saw the score, I think it's very scary. To be very honest, nothing against Arsenal. I love them, but what Arsenal is going through right now, I see shades of that happened to Villa back 5, 6, 7 years ago, just before they were relegated, and I'm very, very scared. I hope it doesn't happen.
Oh.
Really
Genuinely, from the
drink.
bottom of my
Oh.
heart, I hope it doesn't happen because it's not the nicest thing ever. So I hope they pull out. I hope they
For
pull
the
Bye,
through.
guys.
first time in
I'm
Arsenal's
not. I'm not taking the
history.
piss. I'm not taking the piss here. This is really heartfelt. I really hope it doesn't happen.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, man.
Yeah.
But if it does, then next season TBF will be about championship. You know, no more Premier
Yeah,
League.
I would love that, man. I wouldn't mind. Zam, we're gonna take this on from Belton. I think he had a good point. Arsenal have a good squad, to be honest. They just need the right system for the team. Do you feel so, Zam?
100.
Do they think do they need the right system to play or the right manager or what is lacking in this team right now?
Actually, when I saw the team lineup, right, when they mentioned Awa and Laka
Laka.
was out injured, right, I felt that something was off. I was like, then how is Arsenal's gonna get their goal scorers in that sense, you know? And then when the Brentford's result, right, I was just like, okay, you know what? Somehow or other, Arsenal just goof up in that area that they needed a striker. They needed a striker to replace Awa and Laka.
Mm-hmm.
But like what Tip say lah, I think the revamp is important right now. I
Yeah.
feel that on the court right now, Arsenal has a good youth, like Saka, Ben White.
ESR.
Uh yeah. But here's the thing. I think it's gonna come back to that question. Is Arteta gonna be the person to lead Arsenal? I think that question will haunt Gunner fans. Like, is it it's gonna be like, Wenger in, Wenger out. Now is Arteta in, Arteta out. Is that same old because it seems that even though you can be a club legend, but you can be a shit manager.
Mm.
But as the core team, you can see that Arsenal has a good player, the right players. Only that I would say the marquee signings and the signing to complete the team is important. As it is, like for me, I was wondering how come you guys were going for goalkeepers. I thought Lino was a good choice.
Yep. Beats me
But
too,
then,
sir. Beats me too.
yeah. So, but that's why it was like they were talking so much about wanting to buy who's the goalkeeper in Sheffield United? Who's that guy?
Ramsdale,
Aaron, world class
Aaron
The
Ramsdale,
Ramsdale.
the the rel-
Ramsdale.
the relegation goalkeeper.
relegated 3 times goalkeeper.
Relegation
Yeah, like
specialist.
why is Arsenal going for him? Like you know that you guys have Lino, which I would say is not a bad goalkeeper. You know, you guys could have used that money to go look for a striker. Kamavinga was available. In the market, you guys could have gone for him.
Mm.
He wouldn't come back.
Tammy Abraham was available. And he left for Roma 40
You got
million.
Tammy NYP. Oops. Oh,
Oh,
I mean,
oh,
that's a
sorry,
good point.
sorry.
I think Zam made a good point of getting the right players. But I just want to just touch on this, and I just want to have your
Yeah.
final say in this. FG was saying promoted teams have the habit of going all out, fast off the blocks. They need to chalk up as many wins as possible. To survive the Premier League, the magical number is 40 points. Are we jumping the bandwagon too fast to say that Arsenal is down and out? I think it's just the first
Yep,
game
first
of the
game.
season, and there are more games to be played. I believe Arsenal's aspirations for this season is either a top 6 or top 4.
Yep.
Yeah, so are we just blowing off too much steam of Arsenal, saying that that's it, it's done and dusted. Arteta has to be gone. No, nothing is going to change. Are we just going in too fast on them?
I think it's normal, Joe. Especially when you
Mhm.
have people like AFTV, who you as a Manchester United fan, all right, swear and live by. All right, and you
And
stand them.
and please, it's not only Joe.
Yeah.
I find great pleasure looking at EFTV after
There
every
you
Arsenal
go.
game.
There you and Alex, you are watching me
Comedy at
right
its
now.
best.
No, no, we had this debate yesterday, me and Alex over our WhatsApp group, right? The Arsenal group. I said that at this current moment, I find AFTV, no, the way they speak is a bunch of dribble, man. It's a bunch of nonsense. Because why? Right now, all of a sudden, they become the vanguard for Arsenal. They become the representative that was never appointed by Arsenal fans. So every single time when we go into a defeat, we go into a hyperbolic state. Everybody goes to AFTV.
AFC, yeah.
Yeah, and AFTV will then dictate the mood of Arsenal fans. And I really don't like that. I really don't enjoy. Being tagged by multiple people on Facebook. Some of them I've never spoken to real life. Today I had one, a Liverpool fan, tag me out of the blue. I've never met him. I've never spoken to him. He tagged me Thai video from
Oh yeah, the
AFTV.
Thai and the
And what do you
That
expect?
was that
What
was
do you expect
ridiculous,
me to
man.
say?
Carragher,
Right?
Thai Carragher, that
Yeah,
debate, right?
the debate. And what do you
Crazy,
expect me
man.
to say? Dude, look, they are not representative of what I think and what I feel. Okay,
Yeah.
let's keep that exclusively only for them. But I think people have this warped mentality and idea that, oh, Arsenal fans, that's how they feel, that's how they speak, that's how they think. Because AFTV is portraying as such. So that's how we are reading it from. That's
True,
not the
true.
script, guys. So
All right.
it's okay for people to go completely ballistic
Mm-hmm.
because it's Arsenal versus Brentford. Even if we lose to them in a season friendly, we should be worried.
True, true. Okay, good one, and good one. But the thing is, being an Arsenal fan, you were only worried when you guys are playing Brentford. But
Mhm.
being a villain,
Hey,
your worrying, all right, your worrying started the moment your key player left the club in a shambolic manner. How many weeks, Dips? 2 weeks?
1.5 weeks.
1.5 weeks.
Oh
One
wait,
and a
sorry,
half,
not
two
even
weeks,
one
right?
and a half weeks. Not even 2 weeks, bro. Lesser than one
One
and a
week,
half
yeah,
weeks.
1 week, 7 days before the first game of the new season, and your talisman decided to do this. But you guys, but Villa actually bought a wonderful, good players. Though they brought in Bundia, they brought in
Mm-hmm.
Bailly,
Leon,
Yep.
Leon
Yeah.
Bailey,
Leon Bailly.
Leon
Someone who else they bought?
Bailey,
Danny Ings. Danny
Ings.
Ings.
Danny Ings
Dennings.
as well. So not too bad for a talisman to be
Actually,
replaced by these three good players. On paper, these guys are good, really
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we expected them to turn up against Watford, a
Uh-huh.
new boy to the Premier League.
Yeah.
But then shit happens.
They turn
Shit
out.
happened.
They
Of
turn out.
course.
Shit
Of
They turn out.
happened.
course.
Come on, Vic, Dibs, talk
Okay,
us
no, no,
through.
Okay.
Before we do
Yep.
that, I just want to clear the air. Come on, Tip. Make an
Oh, Bailey, Leon
online
Bailey.
live confession. Were you really not watching the match? Come on. Be honest and truthful.
No, I wasn't.
Your wife is watching. Wifey, wherever you're watching, can you type in the comment, was
I
Tips watching the match
I
or
tell
not?
you, I tell you where we were. We were at 234B Sumangling at my
Okay.
wife's friend's house
Didn't you
having
have a
dinner.
phone? Didn't you have a phone
I
to check
was
it out and watch the
watching.
match?
I was watching.
Come on, don't
When Sa assisted the first goal, I was like, what the fuck? Okay, and then I put it away, but the match was still going on. And then I come back to, I'm like, okay, 1-1. I'm like, what the hell, 2-0. And then I
Uh,
turn off my phone.
so
Okay,
you
I
watch until the point that it was too late.
2-0. And then I watch after halftime. I'm like, oh well, it's 2-0. What's
Uh,
gonna happen? And then it goes to 3-0. And this time, and you know what? I jinx Villa whenever they play. I should not watch. And what happens? They score 2 goals after that. I should have learned from last season. I should not watch them play. But no.
oh,
Oh
Anyway.
boy.
I couldn't believe my eyes when we were discussing Villa. All right, Tips went silent. He went mum, and then it was 3-0, and me and Joe was having this really happy and jubbly conversation. Oh, look at this, look at that, guys! I'm not watching.
I'm not watching. I'm chilling with some drink. Soju, soju.
Soju.
Soju with
Have a
Yakult.
soju.
Hey, okay,
Yakult.
okay.
But Tips, on to the result, man.
Oh,
Three
jokes
two.
aside, lah.
It came
Okay.
as a surprise, man. Come on, let's have it.
No,
It came as a surprise.
I expected it, to be honest. I'll be
You
honest.
expected it, but the
I'll be
world of
honest.
football did not. Because
Did not.
Aston Villa was this team who has this aspiration to gate crash the top six.
Yep,
Alright,
yep.
good business done. A lot of
Mhm.
attention on them for Jack Grealish business. That's done and dusted under the carpet right now. But come on, man, against Watford, surely you can do something.
Of course, but there's a reason behind that. Okay.
Alright, go on.
First and foremost, the last 3 times, including the last weekend game, we've played Watford at Vicarage Road. We've lost 3-0, 3 times on a trot. Championship, Premier League, and this season. Okay, but that aside,
Ooh,
right?
okay.
Yeah. First and foremost, no excuses, but this is the reality. We didn't have a proper preseason. 2 of our preseason games were cancelled because the opposing teams had COVID outbreak.
Okay.
So we didn't have out of 4 preseason games, we didn't have 2. All right. And then Matt Target, he was extremely exposed by Sa, and he only had 1 preseason game, and he was thrown in the left back position. Secondly, or thirdly rather, he had a good understanding with he who shall not be lame last season. Right? He had a good understanding. Whenever Target moves forward, this person moves back and he defends. But with Young as left mid and then Target left back, the understanding isn't there. So even though the squad is promising, Buendia is not a number 10, but he was being played as a number 10. Leon Bailly only trained once with us the day before the game. He came on as a sub, but he came on as a sub. He got an assist. Danny Ings a goal on his debut. I think it wasn't a good performance, disappointing, but I am not too worried because first game of the season, the squad is still getting up to fitness. The second half, we turned it around, with 2 goals, assist for the new boy, a goal for the new boy. John McGinn, that goal, I tell you, it's not talked about because of the result. So disappointing, but I'm not too worried. But we need a defensive midfielder. Nakamba and Luis is not going to do the job. We need a Bissouma or Anguissa kind of player.
We are in the same category, Tips.
We need that.
Okay, and at this current moment, Tips, are you guys right now heavily linked to any CDM?
You see, so I was having a chat with my Villa guys, right? The Singapore
John,
Villa guys. And
how is John?
George's better now. George's like, he's more calm. So I was actually very paranoid the whole of today. Something in me just didn't feel right. So I was telling the guys like, hey, maybe I'm pessimistic, but I just feel the worst. I mean, being a Villa fan, this is very common feeling, guys.
Okay.
I just feel the worst in the sense that we sold Grealish for 100 million, right? And then Perslow, our CEO, says that Buendia, Bailly, and Ings was bought in place to replace Grealish. So in terms of the flair, the finishing, and the assist, right? But then Dean Smith gives in his interview that Buendia was actually bought to play alongside Grealish.
Ooh.
So which of this is true? So that is quite scary when I hear that news. Secondly, I know we've got abundance of players, surplus of players that we need to get rid of, like Wesley, Horihan, Davies, and all. But we need a defensive mid. But Dean Smith has said that Villa is done with their transfers. But that could be just a smoke screen because teams know we have money to spend right now, and that they could just hike up. So I was just feeling very down and pessimistic. I texted my fellas and they were like, you know what? Don't worry, it's fine. So I'm feeling a bit better. But being a Villa fan, I tell you, bro.
Why does it sound like a therapy session? I'm feeling a bit better now. I
No,
spoke to a couple of
honestly,
people.
this afternoon,
Let's call the hotline.
this afternoon, I was freaking out. I tell you, like what the hell are we gonna be screwed over by our owners again and go downhill again? But I will never forgive Jack for leaving one week before the season. I'll be honest.
Tips,
I will
tips.
never.
Ti-
I think
I
Villa will definitely be back though. I mean,
Tips.
to
Get Harry Wing, please.
no,
You
no.
no,
Why
no.
no one just wants to offload, right? No, bro.
Yeah, yeah. No, no one is getting a
no
bit ahead of
if
himself,
you want
huh?
to offload a certain Harry, you can actually offload a certain Kane as well.
True, true, true.
The
Hey,
other Harry, the other
we
Harry.
got this one, a really good one from Tristan.
Yeah,
Oh, many will call
that's just
bullshit
really
on
good.
the preseason XQ,
Mm,
but
mm.
it's a valid point. Preseasons are so important.
Yes.
Yep.
Look what happened last season to many clubs, even the great Bayern Munich. Flubbed their first 2 game United as well, getting minutes before a season starts. It's
Season
so crucial
starts.
to how the team plays. Could have said it any better, man.
True. And guys, you know
True.
something?
Yeah.
So the day after the Watford game, Liverpool had a closed door friendly against Villa.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the Henderson
Yeah,
Thiago
yeah.
all could get minutes.
Mm.
Liverpool won 4-1.
Okay.
Okay. Traore, but Mr. Bertie scored a goal and goes off hamstring injury with an
Oh,
hamstring
you.
injury.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Out
yes.
for out
Oh,
for
yeah,
3 to 4
man.
Very
weeks.
important to have this
Sad, sad,
preseason to
sad.
be done
No,
properly. But I
that's
think
the
Yeah.
it's
thing.
been 2 years,
Yeah.
huh? It's been two
You look
years
at it.
straight that the boys have not gotten a proper. And we're going to do it another three
Yeah.
seasons. I think next year is World Cup, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, next season
Exactly.
World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Ooh,
very
ooh.
scary. But Bertie just came back from an injury,
Mm,
and then he only had one preseason game just before the season started, and the closed door against
mm.
the Italian team that we won 3-1.
Yep.
And he's thrown into the mix. Leon Bailey, one training session, thrown into the mix. Emi Buendia had one preseason game. I was out with a hip injury, thrown into the mix. Matt
Yep.
Target, one preseason. Mings, one preseason game.
Mm,
Martinez, one preseason game, thrown into the mix. So it is. I'm not gonna rule them out. I'm just gonna say maybe this game and the Newcastle game will be their preseason, and then we will see the Brentford game how it is after that.
Okay, there you go. But rule
All
number
right.
one, right? The major rule of thumb: do not watch Villa, especially for tips.
Yep,
Okay.
I will not
Yeah.
watch.
All right. But,
Okay.
but again, we have always to check up on him. To ask him to swear online whether he did or not.
Time to put the sword
This one.
on the neck for the final one.
Ching, 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 ching,
Last
ching.
one.
Hey, he's drinking, huh?
Hey, can I have the sheer pleasure of doing this, please?
Okay,
Ah, go for
Let's
it.
go.
Come on,
Let's
come
go,
on,
let's
come
go,
on.
let's go, let's
Come
go.
on, Tips, come on.
I am
Bye,
still
bye.
that sore ex-girlfriend. Ex-boyfriend. Okay. So this supposed £100 million player who falls down
Let's sit back.
often and dives moves to a club that doesn't need wingers, that doesn't need that position. But it's okay, he moved only for the rule to be laxed and then say that tackles are going to be not free kicks are not going to be given away so easily for such tackles. Hey, Pep going to sell him back in 2 seasons for 50% discount? No.
Well, if it happens, you will be happy, what?
No, we're not taking him back, bro.
And let's go
He
back.
can fuck right off.
Is this over?
The therapy
Is this...
session
Okay,
just
oh,
escalated.
sorry,
The therapy
sorry.
session just escalated into.
I think we can keep it to the Grealish topic. Let's just keep it to the Grealish topic. I've got something for you boys.
Hey.
All right.
Oh,
I've
Jack
got something.
Grealish
Okay.
getting-
I'm gonna just read these.
Let's
I
go.
think it's a bit too small for the people out there watching and
Let's
for
go,
my
let's
guys
go.
here.
Absolute bollocks.
Jack Grealish getting booed by Leicester fans at Wembley and Spurs fans yesterday after being hailed as a messiah by England fans in the build-up and all through the Euros. The man left his boyhood club after not only helping them back into the Premier League but bringing them stability. They got
Balls.
100 million to invest off the back of his sale, and he's now playing for the champions of England.
Yeah.
He always has time for the fans and seems like a lad just following his dreams. Why is he now public enemy number one?
Mind my English, boys. Absolute shithole.
Can we
of a
take away
bollocks
the
article.
visual, please,
Okay?
Joe?
Thinking.
Okay.
Take
There you
notes of
go.
bollocks article. First and foremost,
Okay.
even before he joined Man City, when he
Okay.
was playing for Villa, he was constantly booed by all the fans because of his tendency to fall down. Okay? Now,
Alright.
he's a good player. He's very good with his ball,
I'm going to do this.
whichever balls. And then,
Let him be the lifeline for today.
all right, he wins those fouls. Nothing against that. But he has always been booed, even though he played for Villa. Secondly, absolute shambles of journalism. He did not earn the 100 million for us. He did not bring the club to stability. As far as those in journalism has to get it correct,
Let's see
it
eyes
is
up keeping
Good night,
quiet.
people. The show's over.
Okay, Nassif Sawiris and Wes Edens, they are the one who saved the club in 2018, pumped money into the club, brought them up, one of the top 5 richest owners in the club who are still spending money. Okay, the clause was inserted, 100 million was inserted not because the club wanted it, because the snake wanted it. So last season you sign a
Oh,
contract stating that JG
snake bug.
2025, I've got a project here that I'm excited for, only to then say, yes, I will sign a new contract, but put in the 100 million there. So he can fuck right off. The journalism can fuck right off. All right. And this entire Jack Grealish is a messiah, can fuck right off. He's a good player. I'll give it to him.
We
But
need a chill song, guys.
he
We need a
he's
chill song.
guys,
We need this.
you don't doze down.
We need this. We need this, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for one time. This is the big focus. We are taking a quick 30 minutes short break. We'll be right back. We just gotta hope that Deep is back once again. This is your boy Joel. We'll be back right soon.
Why,
This is Haizal.
why does this feel like a Jerry Springfield show? Confession show. All right. Do you have any confession to make, sir? Yes, I used to.
Oh, he just needed to let that out of his chest, bro. That's it.
But Joe, a debate can only be concluded, right? When
Yeah.
there's another party
I'm,
defending
I'm,
this
I'm
corner.
bringing. Let me do
Can
it.
we,
Okay.
Mr.
Yeah.
Jerry, can we have the guy up? Yeah, so right now he's back on the main podium. Right now the team is snake on the plate. Jack Grealish, 100 million to Man City. Man City, you guys are dream killers, aren't you?
First and foremost, right, I would like to say, fuck you all United fans, lah. What's your fucking problem? Okay, this is directly to Ridwan, huh? Ridwan, message me in the
Oh, here we
morning,
go.
huh? Message me in the morning. I wake up for subuh. He message me like, "Why are you playing plays? Why are you so obsessed? Why the fuck are you also obsessed? Why the fuck are you so obsessed? Can somebody enlighten me? Can someone enlighten me? Coming from United, who sets the bar of buying players
I'm
and
not
then
a
talking
United fan
shit
today.
about it. Yeah, like why? Like 100 million for a player. Tristan, 100 million for a player who scored 6 goals and 12 assists. Di Maria at United level stats. Look, the reality of it is that players don't come cheap. Do you think what? Mama store lah? You think Tekka? You think Sungai Road ah? What the hell, yeah? Like, okay, I need to shoot Ridwan, Sorry, bro, sorry, bro, okay? I don't
Take
know
your
why is
time.
why is your obsession with City? Like, you're talking about daddy shake, daddy shake. You jealous, ah? You fucking jealous, is it?
We
You
need this.
fucking jealous. Are you jealous? Are you jealous with the fact that we can afford it and you guys cannot? You guys had to fucking go into Old Trafford, break the name, and then now you sekali now you turn back. Oh, great Jack really should have waited for United. Why? Now United only got exclusive players ah. You think what dropship ah? Huh? Buto lah. You, the thing is right now is that even if you shoot a City fan, it's not like you see my name, you see my fucking name, Man City is rich, I am broke. I am broke.
I'm being broke, bro.
Buto.
This is it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we will be right back shortly.
Hit the music.
After
Anyway,
a short
anyways,
break.
Okay, anyway,
this is
no.
the segment
There's a
where
continuation.
we will have 10 minutes of just ranting about our club and our haters. Tiban did that. Now I did it. Next time when United lose or Arsenal lose, they will do.
Joe,
Do it.
fucking Robert.
I want. If you guys want to see Joe go ape shit or go ape shit, check out Napshot. Go check out the big.
I love it. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Shut
I
up,
think we
Ridwan.
gotta. I think we gotta end the Grealish topic. We gotta end the Grealish topic. I think Grealish is done and dusted.
Joe, he's not over yet. FC
It's not over because we want to spill something. We want to spill something back because
Why do I do
City is not enough. They are looking for someone. Let me show you guys. They're looking for someone. Wait, see
Okay.
this video.
Where is he? Where is he?
Are you watching?
watching?
Are you watching? Are you watching Harry Kane? Okay, but let's hear from the Tottenham boss what he has to say about Harry Kane
Oh, you
first.
got more. You got more.
Yeah, and then we can hear what Haizam has to say about Harry Kane. Okay,
I didn't even know, man. I
we'll
didn't
put
even know.
him here first,
Oh my
being the main
god.
point, and then
I'm
okay,
in
let's
an
hear
aircon
this.
room and it's fucking sweating.
Harry, like Brian, Christian Romero, they join us later. So we thought for Christian and for Brian was very important to be with us today to feel the atmosphere, to be in the stadium, being in the hotel, attending the meeting, all these things, but knowing that they don't have too many sessions with us. Harry worked this morning, he's preparing himself, and when he's ready, he will join the group. And
Ooh,
Ooh,
all hope is not
ooh,
lost.
all hope is not lost. And
Okay.
shall we start with this? Take it away, boys. I think we're going to give the benefit of doubt for Dips.
Uh,
Uh, you want to handle this, bro?
okay. Let's give him the facilities, all right, for him to maneuver. Okay, let's talk about the result first. 1-0. All right. Spurs are your biggest kryptonite. You always,
Oh
always,
yeah.
always lose against them. It doesn't matter the
All the
manager.
game it's
It's
all the
Nuno.
games
It
that
can
we
be
won.
Poch. Yeah, it can even be Jose Mourinho. They will always beat you. What's up with you and Spurs?
Boogie Stadium, Boogie team.
Yeah, always.
Boogie Stadium, Boogie team. You look at the past results, when City played Spurs at
Mhm.
the Spurs Stadium, we have not won. I think for the past 5 games, I think
Yeah,
we have
at
not
home,
won.
especially at home. Yeah,
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 and at home.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
home.
the fact that when you watch the game, right, I think that the WhatsApp group, you guys know, right? What happened in the
Wait,
WhatsApp
which
group?
WhatsApp group? How many WhatsApp
Our
group do you have?
our WhatsApp group.
Oh,
Our WhatsApp group.
ours. Okay.
I said, like I'm watching, with the Latin commentary.
Oh,
I
yes,
was
yes,
saying
yes.
Mm-hmm.
the game was like,
Yeah, yeah.
it was like, I'm gonna call it. No, I'm not gonna watch the game because I had an early day tomorrow. The next day, I said it's gonna be 1-0 to Spurs. With the fact that Spurs were countering like nobody's business, and surprisingly, I noticed that Spurs was playing with no natural strikers. The three up front, they're playing very
Yeah,
narrow.
yeah. Just sun in the middle.
Yeah, and City was.
Arun,
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 you
he's
Arun
the
see
is
guy.
here.
that guy?
Oh
He's
my
the guy
god.
asking
Oh
what's
Arun,
wrong.
wait.
Okay, let him
We are
finish.
going to go
Let him
there.
finish.
We
Let
are
him
going to
finish.
go
Let him finish.
there. So the thing is that like City was playing a tight back four.
Uh,
We had no Mendy was. I don't know what Mendy was doing lah. Mendy was could have just been the ball boy for all that I care. Crossings like amateur. Cancelo was playing inverted, wing back. So it was playing compact in that sense, but somehow the formation that City was playing was supposed to counter that fast pace of the front three of Spurs.
yeah,
You see how many times that no Spurs had the counter attack. If only a prolific striker was there,
I
it's gonna be a
imagine.
different result. It's gonna be a different result. So when I was looking at it, like first I know, okay, you know what? Spurs is gonna score, and then it's gonna go 1-0. And I know who's gonna score. I'm gonna say Son is gonna score. True enough. True enough.
Okay,
Second half,
yes,
one
bro.
nil Spurs. And it's no way with the way that the chances City had, it's not gonna be a draw. And I don't think it's gonna be like City's gonna come back and win the game. Spurs score and that's it. Spurs are gonna play it safe because a win is a win. 1-0.
That's it.
Oh, I mean is around. Do not do favor. Yeah, true. Mendy, I don't know. Yeah, I think he's already outstayed his welcome at City. I think with the online chatter, right? It's time for him to go lah.
There's definitely a strong clamour right now for a bona fide number 9. But if we were to reverse this all the way back to last season, I think
You don't need.
some of
Yeah.
your fans, yeah, they turn up their nose against buying a striker because this is their statement. We won the league without a number 9
Without the number
anyway.
9. Yeah.
Hey,
But
hey,
that's the
hey.
thing. No, but that's the
One
thing.
season
All
later,
the other clubs,
we need a Harry Kane.
it's not about the. I think that's the thing with City. When Aguero left, I think the reality is that okay, even though we didn't, we won the league without a natural striker. Shut up lah, Ridwan. Don't follow this idiot lah. God damn it. Go check the fucking news lah. You don't even know the score. What kind of football fan you are?
Relax.
Oh my god.
Relax.
I will fucking ban you, seriously. One more time you talk shit about me, I'm gonna fucking unban you. I'm not gonna entertain you.
Ridwan,
Ridwan, relax.
you wanna come on board
Don't
live now,
blind my
Ridwan?
joke.
No,
Don't
no.
blind my
You'll get
joke.
roasted online.
You wanna talk banter? Go get your facts right. You know, okay? Where's your Lord Phil Foden? He's fucking injured. Okay? Where's your Anthony Marshall? Huh? He's trying to be what? Ian Wright ah?
Hey,
Buta. Buto lah.
he's a funny guy. He's laughing. Why are you so extra
I know. Like I said,
sensitive?
like
Live
I
of a
said,
City fan, guys, when they
like I
splash
said.
100 million on Grealish.
No,
Ah,
but
bang,
wait.
ah.
I want to take offense, all right, to this statement right now. Man City sometimes have the tendency, if they don't get the ball into the net, the opponents can actually counter and score. It's the same saying, guys, if you're hungry, you eat and then you will shit.
No, it's also the same saying as if you don't score, the other team will score. Hey,
Hey,
this kinna.
wait. How do we sound that thick and dense in the brain or what? For you to make it so elementary for us to understand. Okay, Zam.
First
Right
That's it.
first
now,
episode of the new
You got
season,
a
and
first
you get
supporter
this.
already. Aizam 1, Ridwan nil.
oh, ding, 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 ding.
Okay, I need something from City Murray. All right, let's go. Victor, 100 million
Ah,
from Grealish is quite enough. Don't want to be sucked in by Levy's ridiculous asking
Asking
price of
price
Harry
for
Kane.
Harry Kane. Yeah.
Okay.
Typical City.
Gina.
Typical City. From
Yeah.
who? But Zam,
Ami
right
knows
now,
what's up.
in all seriousness, you guys are traditionally a slow burner. You guys don't usually start well. I remember the first time I had you last season was when you guys were really dismantled by Leicester 5-2 at the Etihad, and that's why that was our first
Season end
meeting
already.
together online.
City season end already that day. That when Leicester beat us. City season end already. Like, they're not gonna win the title lah. They're 10 position lose lah, lose
What,
lah,
what,
lose.
what, with this defeat, right? I'm really curious to know the kind of mindset, the kind of psyche that a Man City fan has right now. What kind of shockwave does it send to the Man City fan base?
I think okay lah. I think success breeds expectations in that sense. You know, like with Pep, you know, people are questioning like why is he tinkering so much? You know, he's like Tinkerman version 2 point, no version 2. You know, he's tinkering with but I think let's like what we discussed earlier on. First season, no, of the game. First game of the season. You know, everybody's trying. You know, I wouldn't say that everyone got a good preseason. I think with a lot of teams, you know, got games got cancelled. You know,
Yep.
so everything got disrupted. And don't forget the Euros. So the players don't get the rest, or even the managers don't get the chance to play the best players.
Mm,
You know, so like for me, I mean I've always been the kind where okay, let's give 5-10 games. You know,
yep.
once the European commitment comes, FA Cup comes, Carabao Cup, then we'll see which teams actually had more mileage in that sense. You know, have
Okay.
more gas in the tank.
Ooh,
So yeah,
that was a long one. It shouldn't have been that long, Joe. But Joe, we've got right now Snipe Fire. What team do you all support? I really don't know as well. I don't know what
Sembawang
am I putting.
Rangers.
I don't know what I'm putting as
Jurong
well.
FC, Cobras.
Where do you see?
Where do you see Sutton United in 10 years?
Dalian
United,
FC.
Salsa.
I think
Dalian
that
FC.
they are the League 2, right?
Sutton
Yeah.
United.
Yeah, they're in League 2. Okay,
Should
I'm
be,
just kind of looking at Sutton United now
I don't
and
even know. I don't even know if it's a serious question for us to take up. But then, guys,
Yeah,
all right,
no
let's
football
start.
manager.
City, Aston Villa, Arsenal, we all right now belongs to the proud, loud, exclusive L Club. So
Yep.
this is a Bopian, Tips, and also Haizam. We all have to hold the L, but not to worry. All right. Good thing is we've got 38 games. Okay.
Actually,
So-
actually Villa okay lah. Still same as last season, 11 position, so we never go down or go up.
Okay. This is
But
your
yeah,
reverse psychology
positivity.
podcast, huh?
Positivity, bro. No choice. Have to get from somewhere.
Okay, Joe, let's move on to the next one, Joe, because we want also to talk briefly about the new boys. Boy, oh boy, what an introduction from them. Because if this is your first time watching them, I think for Tips is more equipped and in terms of knowledge and what he has seen from them. So it does not come as a big surprise for them. But especially for us, right, Tips, you know for sure, we have not seen a lot of Watford and also Brentford. We go with you. You are the subject matter expert for this one, so we're going to start with you and end with you. Were you surprised by any of the outstanding performances? And do you think right now they could be languishing in that R word, that dreaded R zone?
First and foremost, you do know it's been 3 seasons since we came up, right? So we're not on the same wavelength for me to
No,
judge.
I'm assuming.
Are
I'm
you
assuming.
classifying me as a
I'm assuming.
Assumption
You are
is
the-
the mother of all fuck ups.
You are the only guy I can revert to. Who else?
Anyway,
Soon
anyway,
it'll be Arsenal, maybe.
anyway, okay. I mean, with Brentford, I am not surprised, as I said, because I've seen the way they play in the championship, even when Dean Smith was their manager before he moved to
Yep.
Villa, and even after Dean Smith moved to Villa, and you know how Watkins was plucked. What's that fella's name? That plays for Brighton, the one that Arsenal fan threatened.
Oh, Mope.
Maupe.
Oh,
Even
Neil
yeah. So
Maupay.
sorry.
Muppet.
Maupe
Hans'
left.
favorite player.
Maupe left from
Okay.
Brentford to Brighton first, and then Watkins the following season, together with Ben Rama last season, right? All left Brentford to move to the Premier League. But I think we all know how Brentford operate. Moneyball, they bring in low players on the cheap and
Sell them
sell
on
them at
the
a high
cheap.
profit.
Yep.
Apart from that, they've got a good manager in Thomas Frank as well. Thomas Frank was
Hmm.
appointed after Dean Smith left,
True.
and he plays very lovely football. He's not the defensive minded. He's not the Burnley football that we hate. So I'm not surprised with Brentford. With Watford, I again phenomenal performance on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sa, what a guy, right? What a guy.
Hmm.
United
It's
already
nice.
should have
Very
gotten
nice.
him the season before,
I
but what a
wanted
guy.
him, man. My
Very
fan
nice.
base was going
Yeah,
against me.
Very nice.
but I think Watford will slowly burn out
Yeah.
because,
Watford
as I
was so good.
mentioned,
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
the game against Villa is nothing against Watford. They're not. I don't see any club as a low club, bottom feeder club.
Mhm.
Villa didn't play up to their standards only because of lack of preseason, lack of injury. So Watford, I would say, got away with that. The fact that Villa came back and scored 2 goals. If this was another club, I think they would have come back and beat Watford, or wouldn't even have let Watford win in the first place, i.e., Liverpool or United playing Watford. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I would say Brentford may steer clear of relegation. I think Watford may get sucked into it, but I'm going to go out and boldly and say I think Norwich will stay up this season.
Wow,
Ooh,
Norwich. Okay,
wow,
let's
Deeps.
no,
Hear it,
let's see.
guys.
Yeah, let's see if the commenters right now will also agree with Tip's train of thoughts. Guys, do you think right now you can agree and concur with the point just made by Tips right now that Norwich will actually survive the dreaded relegation? Because you ask me, really and truly, Joe, I don't think so. First and foremost, in terms of investment, it's always not enough for Norwich, and losing Buendia is just not them losing another player. They actually lose a big link up play because I was watching them play, and right now it all rests on Jack. Sorry, who's that guy? Canwell.
No,
Yeah.
bro. That's the thing. They lost Buendia, correct, but
Mhm.
they bought two players in replacement. They got Milot Rashika,
Who was on the
Villa,
wings?
who was on the wings, who Villa was after last season.
Yep.
And that fella, I mean, he's not a world beater, but I think he will do decent. And they've got Josh Sargent as well.
Mhm. Who didn't
From
have the most spectacular of season,
he
you know?
didn't, but I think yeah, he didn't have most spectacular season. But I think they have that caliber of players. They're not world beaters yet. We don't know if they will be, but I think it's better than the likes of ifs and buts buying from the championship.
Mhm.
So I think with Cantwell and these two, and probably if they can gel together and give that service to Timu Puki,
Mhm.
I think they may just make it.
We'll just make it. All right, Joe, for yourself,
Yep.
the new boys, the three new boys, any one of them actually caught your
I
eyes,
mean, I
and
think Deeps
one guy
put
to
it
be
in
relegated.
very. I think he put it very, very nicely. You can't argue to what Deeps has said, but he knows more about championship football than
Hey, don't
any
say
of us here.
that.
And
Don't
then
you? I'm not. Don't say that. You'll
no,
be offended.
the kind
They will
of
take
I'm
umbrage.
saying the kind of knowledge of
Knowledge.
championship
Yeah.
football that you guys have. Deeps has it more. I'm just looking it from my point of view. I just feel that Norwich and Watford is going to go down, and another surprise package. It's Burnley. I
Burnley. I
think
know you hate
Burnley has
Burnley,
been
so.
surviving for quite long.
They
I
better
think
go
this
down.
time round they are
Yeah.
going down. So, but I think there's a good explanation. Norwich, Cantwell, and all these players are playing. But when I saw them play against
No,
Liverpool,
not
I didn't really
impressed.
see the fire in them like how I
True.
saw the fire in Brentford.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, that's about it.
Zami boy.
Hmm.
Uh,
No, I was just looking at
Harry
the
Kane.
Brent the no no, I was
I'm
looking at
sorry, bro.
Brentford's preseason.
uh,
So they had preseason
they,
against
they did
United,
all
which they
right.
draw,
Yeah,
and they beat Valencia 2-1, came back
they
from
did.
one
They
being
did
the
all
goal
right.
down.
Yeah.
So I think, like what Tip say, Brentford will be the surprise package. Brentford will
Yep.
stay up.
Wow, Amir.
Norwich, I think they have enough in the tank with the experience of being in the league
Mm.
to stay up. Watford,
Yo-yo club basically.
yeah,
Yeah.
Watford is gonna be because I
Ooh,
don't. Is there like a
MJ.
strong?
Wow.
Oh, Watford.
Wow,
Did Watford buy
Brighton and
anyone?
Palace.
Brighton and Palace.
Anyone? Hmm.
Wow, that's
No,
a
Yeah,
I don't
that's a
think
Brighton.
so.
good.
Brighton bought anyone.
Brighton
Brighton,
didn't buy him.
Brighton bought someone.
They did. The right back,
Let me
Molan,
just try
Right
to
back,
get
yeah.
something,
Molan,
right?
splendid
Hmm.
debut. And I think, yeah, they're on to buy more, I think, right now.
I don't think. I mean, somebody said FJ said Palace. I think with Palace, right? I don't think they'll go down.
Mhm.
Uh, Only because I think they have a pretty decent squad. I mean, if Zaha is still there, Benteke is there,
Yeah.
Ayu is there. They're gonna have Eze who's there. So these guys have played together.
True, true.
They've got Anderson at the back who they bought from Lyon as well,
Agree.
and they have Michael Ollis. That guy is like the next Eze, who came out
He's
of
a
the championship.
baller, Tips.
He's
He's
a
a
baller,
baller.
man.
Yeah, man.
That's someone I wanted to go for last season as
True,
well. But
true. Baller,
I
bro.
mean, I'm not the manager, so I think Palace may have enough in their tank to stay up. Southampton, I think I agree with one. Southampton might have to watch their back.
Want to look over. Yeah.
If Adam Armstrong can do what he's doing and play that game and replace Danny Ings,
FPL.
then that's a good thing.
Hmm.
But if that was like if you start off and then you slow burn down, I think Southampton may get sucked into it.
True, true. And
How about
I think
Newcastle? How about
Southampton in all
Newcastle?
sorts of problem, because they lost Danny Ings, who of course
Yeah.
majority of the goals all came from him, and then also
Vestergaard.
they a colossal
And
defender at the
Vestergaard,
back.
Colossal.
Vestergaard is also out of
They
the
might
roster
lose
right now.
JWP if Villa if reports and rumors are true
Yeah, yeah.
that Villa is going in for a third bid and then Spurs are also after
After
JWP now.
JWP. Yeah.
Then
Ooh,
that is
yeah, I
That
think.
that is a spine that's actually being ripped out.
Zab,
How about
how about
Newcastle?
Newcastle, Zab?
Yeah, Zam
Newcastle,
was angry though.
yeah, I was thinking it's like, will Steve Bruce luck run out finally?
He just got an extension, mind you, 3 years.
Yep.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, I think I agree to what Zam was saying. For the past couple of seasons, they were just borderline,
Yeah, scraping through,
slowly, just
scraping.
holding in by the skin of their teeth.
Yeah.
Great
I
escape
think,
every
yeah, I think by
season.
this season, if teams like Newcastle, Southampton, Burnley, Brighton, if they don't really step up, boy, it's going to. I think the relegation dogfight will be much exciting to the
Interesting. Yeah,
title
I
fight.
agree. I agree.
But Newcastle last season as well, they were not near the relegation dogfight. To be honest, I think they cleared it
Towards
quite
the
some.
end, Tips. I think
Towards
towards
the
the
end,
end.
Dibs.
Especially after Willock moved to
Yeah.
Newcastle from Arsenal.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
few games where
Yeah.
Villa put in a wonderful shift. I think we just brought them up.
I think
I
yeah,
think for Newcastle, like, I feel that if Kieran Wilson, find the form that he had before he moved to
Yeah,
Newcastle,
and Villa also.
uh, the flair, no, the
ASM,
second coming of
ASM.
Ginola,
ASM,
yeah,
ASM.
if he finds his form, I think Newcastle may
May have a
get to
chance.
another,
Huh?
yeah, may have a
Hey,
chance.
and
But
I'm going to
if
ask you a very unpopular question though.
Go ahead.
Willock.
Why we released Willock?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
why?
you guys saw how Willock performed, and I just feel that he is like that. Your number six kind of a player where you guys actually badly need someone like that. Why sell him off?
I mean, based on just on theory itself, it does not make sense. But the thing is, when it comes to the application itself, it's almost non-existent because Willock will never have a sniff in the first team reckoning. He has never been favoured. Even not only Mikel Arteta, even with with Unai Emery, and
Good
don't even start
evening.
with Arsene Wenger.
Good
He has
evening, Mr. Gibb.
good evening. He has never been
Cool.
in favour, and I believe for Joe Willock, as much as he thinks that he needs to be playing first team football, he is best used as an impact sub. And that's tough, man, for you to tell a young boy who is right now has this aspiration to break into the first team of English football, the England team, to tell him that you know what, your best prowess comes from the bench. I
Yeah,
don't know
that
how it will
sucks.
actually bode well, or rather how it will bode with a guy with such big aspiration. Especially last season when he did what he did, his confidence right now must be sky high.
Yeah.
And Arsenal has always been taunted for our weak business position. Hey, getting a 25 million from our youth product, I don't think that's a bad piece of business, man.
I think it's pretty good actually. If you ask me, Willock for 25 million,
yeah,
I think
right.
it's pretty good.
No, I agree.
Especially if
Let's,
there's a buyback.
there
There's
is
a buyback.
there is also a buyback.
See?
There is a
If
buyback.
he works well with Newcastle, I think Arsenal will eventually get him back.
I think we are in a more of advantageous position right
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of the buyback.
Just like
Because of the
Chelsea
buyback.
with just like Chelsea with Tammy as well.
now. Exactly. The Canaries' underrated players is their keeper Tim Krul. Not so long ago was lauded at Newcastle United. Premier League doesn't play enough for Holland. Other than that, Finnish striker Pukki still there. He is still there. And then Arsenal need to sell Willock like a father need to sell his daughter's favorite toy. Something wrong, huh? Or to pay for his electricity bill, our hands
Lucky
are tied.
daughter favorite toys. Yeah.
Oh, this is the advertisement. One more chance. One more chance. Remember that piggy bank?
Yes.
The advertisement, that one. Right? Okay, so we have already concluded I think this is the last one. And then we move on to
Yeah,
the
to Haizam's and
Yes.
Dib's favorite
Dibs.
part of the time.
FPL
The ball is your guys.
I'm gonna share screen. Let's go with the team we've got. Let's go with our chart topper. Who is it right now, Joe, for this week?
For what?
For our FPL, the four of us, the big focus group.
Who is in the top?
Jeng, jeng,
Yeah.
jeng.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Wait.
You
Give
don't
me
know.
5 seconds. 5 seconds.
You don't know. Easy, Joe. Who actually
Easy.
ended top last season in the prediction game?
Ooh,
And who
you. Oh
ended
my
second? Who ended
goodness.
third? Who ended fourth? Who ended fifth?
The
Finish, guys.
sensei.
So Demon Villains FC right now tops. Right now, guys, if you guys are wondering, what are these guys talking about? We have this mini league of ours, the four of us.
Hey, Rama, Haizam below 6.
It's the big focus league. So right now,
Rama Azam.
this is a brand new feature, guys. Chime in. This is where I need the dialogue to be really rife. Okay, so send in if you have any kind of explanation or do you have any logic behind the selection piece. Please feel free to place it in the comment and let's go, man. Let's have a good dialogue. Tips, go on. Your team, 92, not too bad, but I saw a lot of people hitting the 100 mark.
Yeah. So I'm quite
Yeah, but
disappointed.
how did
Quite
we?
disappointed. Quite disappointed. I mean, okay, let's be honest, right? You needed Salah and Fernandes. You needed to have them to hit this 90 and above.
I
Most
have.
team, most well, you need. Okay, so Joe, welcome to FPL. First time playing. No, we first time playing.
Yeah.
So guys, just a quick tip about FPL.
First time
If
seriously
you,
playing.
if you guys haven't played and if you guys have if you guys are playing or considering playing,
Don't play,
a
guys.
tip for FPL in terms of defense. Okay, for goalkeepers, right? Okay, do not spend money on
Martinez.
goalkeepers. You don't need an Edison.
Martinez.
You don't need Ellison. You don't even need Martinez.
Dave, I gotta cut short you for a while. Just give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Read one, Anthony Martial. Watch this part right now. Do not text me after this and ask me questions about FPL. Alright, I'm calling you now. Read one, Anthony Martial. Watch this part right now. Dips is gonna tell you all the tips,
Mm,
all the players that you need to sign and do not sign, the do's and don'ts of
yes.
FPL.
Yeah.
Dips, carry on.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So guys, very fast, just some tips here. As for keepers, try to keep your keepers with a 4.5 million and a 4 million range. Why? Even though they may not, well, Edison, Ellison, Pope,
Mhm.
Pickford, and Martinez, they are like the and Schmeichel, like the premium keepers.
Yep.
You don't need to waste money on them because
Keep
if
it
they
to what
consider
rate? 4.5 too?
4.5 for your starting keeper and 4 million for your backup keeper, that's
That's good enough.
8.5 million in the back. Good enough.
Yes.
I would go for Sanchez and Sanchez as my starting 11, and Bachman from Watford because he started the game for Watford last time round, right?
Okay.
Of course, when you buy these keepers as well, watch out for their FDR fixture difficulty ratings, and then you can rotate them as per your convenience, right? Moving on to defenders, okay. With defenders, I would say have one premium defender. I have Alexander Arnold, only because he can put in those crosses. He's got a mean free kick as well. He scores goals and assists.
Yep.
And if you're looking at defenders, try to get wing backs as your defenders and not centre backs. Wing backs traditionally cost more because they give the assists and the goals, but have 3 wing backs and 2 centre backs for 4.5 million. So
Yep.
in that case, at least you're saving money. Now, a bulk of your funds should be used for your midfield. Salah and Fernandes is a must. If you don't want either one of them and you want to go with a KDB kind of person, go ahead. But I don't know if I will transfer KDB in just as of yet because he's still coming back from injury and I don't know how Pep is going to play around with his team. So I'm going to keep with these two. And the other two, keep it to a 6 to 7 million bracket. So Buendia Barnes, I mean, I was a bit biased, that's why I took in Buendia, but I should have brought in Benrahma. Benrahma is 0.5 million cheaper than Buendia. And West Ham have got good fixtures coming up as well. Yeah. So look at the fixture difficulty rating. West Ham has got a good fixture. I think the front three, it would have been Watkins, but I think with Ings in the team now, Ings, Antonio Tony, I think leave it as it is. Do not change it. If you want to go for a differential like Ridwan, Ilanisho, I don't think you should start him because now that what's his name, Vardy is going to play
Vardy
week
is
in
back,
week out,
yeah.
and then they've got Daka as well who they purchased. I don't think Ilanisho is going to start weekly, so that's a risk. Or if you guys want to mix it up a bit and have more midfielders than strikers, then you guys can have a 4.5 million pound striker. Probably get Perica from Watford.
Perica, yeah, I have him.
Yeah, Perica from Watford. But just remember, you need to sustain your subs in a way that if your first team get injured, your subs can come in and cover that. If you are going to go for the subs that don't play any game, then if you're going to get an injury or suspension, you're pretty much screwed. Try to keep your free transfers. Do not overspend. Do not make the mistake I made the last 2 seasons. I made like -12, -16 points. Hit me on my league. Keep your transfers as close as possible. Keep your team as close as possible.
Yep.
If you want to take, you can take a -4 hit if you want, but
Yep.
keep it very close, and I think it will show. 92 is pretty good. I mean,
Uh,
I think a lot of players have scored 90 and above, but
yeah.
I think a lot hit the 100 mark as well.
Except for Haizam. Poor.
Don't
He's
rub it
poor.
in.
Jack.
One game at a time, lah.
Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in.
Hey, but Tips, looking at next week's fixture, let's go with the key picks, man. Let's go with key picks, man. Goalkeeper, should we stick with Sanchez?
Yep, still with Sanchez because
Brighton with Watford.
Brighton's
Makes
playing
sense,
at
yeah.
home.
Makes
Brighton's
sense.
playing at home.
Uh-huh.
My pick here for next week. Okay,
Yep.
it's a 3-4-3 formation.
Okay.
All right, and my keeper is Sanchez. I'm starting with a back three of Alexander Arnold, Simicas, and Shaw.
Okay.
Right, my back three, and my midfield four is Salah, Fernandes, Barnes, and Buendia.
Yep.
And I'm gonna start with my three forwards. So basically, it's a very similar lineup. It's just that I'm gonna start with a three at the back.
And right now, if you have a bit of money left, Tips, right now, who would you actually pick after the first round of spectacle?
I have 0.5 million in my bank,
Mhm.
so I'm already predicting for my next few game weeks. So after the next game week, when I have extra another free transfer in my bank, right?
Okay.
Depending on how Buendia performs these games, I may take him out
Okay.
and replace him with Ben Rama.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I got Ben
If-
Rama because he had a
Well,
he had
yeah,
a
I
stormer
saw
of a
Ben Rama.
preseason.
Because
Yeah, that's-
because West Ham after this game, their next game is against Leicester. The thing is, West Ham aren't pushovers. They did well against Newcastle.
True.
So after Leicester, they're playing Crystal Palace and Southampton, followed by United, and then subsequently
Yep.
their next 5 fixtures do not score more than 4 in terms of difficulties.
Mhm.
So I think Ben Rama may be a good addition long term.
Yep. And
If
we've
you
got
have, if,
sorry, we've got a question here. Is Salah and Bruno in the same team? Is it a must?
I think at this point of time to keep up with the leading
You
packs,
should.
have them in the team.
Should.
I mean, of course, Salah and Bruno they're not going to bring you double digits every game. To be very honest, I captained Salah. When Bruno got 20 points, I went like, you know what, I'm screwed. Thankfully, Salah came in with 17 points plus bonus points, So Salah and Bruno in every game may not bring you that points, the double digits, but I think for now, for the first 5-10 game weeks, have them before you start going in with differentials. If you start going in with differentials and you start lagging behind, you cannot catch up in your mini league.
All right. And Tips, who should we captain?
Ooh, the
Stick
captain.
with Salah, yes, yeah. Salah, Burnley
I mean,
looks like a perfect
not. I mean, it
match
really
in heaven.
depends because we are. Wait, let me just take a look at my team here. Okay, so we have United playing Southampton away.
Mm-hmm. You expect a lot
And
of goals for that, right?
And they tend to do well against
yeah,
Southampton.
they do. Yeah.
You got Salah playing Liverpool rather playing against Burnley.
Mhm.
Burnley has been Liverpool's bogey team,
Yep.
right? My captain at this point of time is still Salah.
Okay.
I may change to Fernandes,
Sure.
or in fact, I may just take a risk the second game into the season and stick it onto Ings against Newcastle.
Yeah, makes sense. Another big burning question.
Interesting.
Chelsea, of course, the brand new acquisition, the big Rom in the house. Worth going for? Worth
Not-
breaking the bank for?
Not
Lukaku?
right now. Not right now. I am not going to bring him in right now. I'm going to still observe him because FPL, like I said, we all know it's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right?
Yep.
So keep Lukaku
Here comes
in
the
for now.
question.
Let's see how Tony performs in the next few games because he blanked last game week. But then again, he caused a lot of problems. But as a striker, you are expected to score for FPL.
Yep.
So let's see how Tony performs. If he doesn't, then you can move around funds and players.
Okay.
I think I saw a question about the chips, right?
Chips.
Yeah. Best time to use your chips. I mean, you got a couple of what? Which one? You got the wild
Okay.
card, you got the bench
Hmm.
boost. Which one? Or the free hit?
Okay, so wild card. Okay, you get 2 wild cards per season. The first wild card you can use up till 31st December before
True.
midnight, and then your second wild card starts the following day until end of the season. Okay, you can use a wild card at any time you want. I would use a wild card when my players when I've got a lot of injury and suspension. I'll keep it to that. That's when I can make the free changes, right?
Yep.
Bench boost, triple captain. I would say keep it when there's a double game week happening, because triple captain is
Yeah,
simple. 20 points, it gives you
yeah.
60. Double
Simple
game
math.
week,
Yeah, yeah,
120. Keep it. Don't waste it. So many people have played the bench boost and the triple captain in the first game week. Yes, it gives you the initial boost, but when you start going downhill and people start catching up,
yeah.
keep it. Free hit, I would say play it as well when, again, when there's a double game week, only because if you have a week where City is
Not
playing,
playing. Yeah, they're not playing
or let's say
that
City
week.
is playing
Yeah,
Norwich
yeah,
and United is playing who Crystal Palace, and
yeah,
Liverpool is playing another team, and that these three teams are guaranteed going to bring you points.
yeah.
Use the free hit and bring players from this team.
True.
If you can maximize the points there, regardless of whether it's a game week or not, double game week or not,
Mhm.
you bring in that points. The next week it'll revert back to your original team.
Yep. True.
That's how I will play it.
And I also want to add on, right? I was watching Newcastle's match. A lot of the attack will go through ASM. Somebody you guys can actually pick off the shelf as well. All right. I think Saint Maximan and also Wilson, either one would not have done you any worse. I think to have them
True.
in the squad. And if you
Use
look at
Wilson. I
yeah,
would say use Wilson.
and you look at Newcastle's squad right now, or rather the fixtures, the corresponding fixture right now, they've got Aston Villa. I think this is next
Yep.
week, right, Tips? Aston
Away. Yeah.
Villa.
Away.
Yeah, and then they also are playing right after which they're playing Southampton. You expect a bit of goal as well going in,
Yeah.
and right after that they are going to Manchester United. Then that's probably where you should
But
actually
then again,
drop them.
if you're going to go for any of the Newcastle players, right, I would say stick with Wilson,
Yeah.
only because ASM is classified as a striker in FPL,
Oh yeah, he is.
but
Yeah,
he
true.
plays in a more of a midfield role. He plays in the
Inverted
playmaker
role.
role,
Yeah.
so he may not get the goals, but he'll get the assists. But of course,
Assist.
if he gets the odd goals here and there, then if he's playing for midfield, he only get 4 points. So
Plus,
Wilson would
plus,
be a safer bet.
plus, Wilson is also a penalty taker. That's
Penalty
something that we
taker,
also
yeah.
have to bear in mind. Yeah.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin is a good pick, yes, definitely, but he costs £8 million, or rather $8 million, whichever you put it.
Yeah.
So it's really on the slightly higher end, and we don't know how. And Richarlison is the one scoring the goals and all that. So I would say give it a while.
Yeah. There you go. A bit of tips from tips. Tips from tips. All right.
So
Tips
just
from tips.
one more thing, guys, just to add on, I don't know how many of you all saw at the start of the show that to follow our social mats. We
Yeah.
are also going on TikTok.
Ooh.
The page is
Yes.
still being revamped.
Yep.
It is still not launched. I mean, the account is set up.
Yeah.
You guys can follow Napshot Studios. Go ahead and please follow. We have not posted any content as of yet because I'm
Yep.
still sorting out certain stuff. We're still sorting out certain stuff.
Yep.
But once we have our Napshot TikTok up and running, I will be posting more FPL content there. We will be posting more differentials there, and then we will link it back to our TBF as well.
All right. There you go.
Right. Say.
Lovely. And Joe, I think the best way for any good football show is always to go down that rabbit hole, which we call prediction. Okay. So I know this is again off the bat. I think you guys will. I thought I'll say no prediction. Prediction, guys. Let's go with all the 10 matches. We start off with the first one: Liverpool versus Burnley. We'll go with top to bottom. Zam, your favorite team, your betrothed Liverpool versus Burnley.
It's a walk in the park for Liverpool lah. Home
Yeah.
game. What do you
Yeah.
expect, man?
Kacang. Hey, they lost 1-0. Harvey Barnes last season.
That was last season without fans.
Harvey,
Now the
Chris
fans are
Wood,
back.
bro. Harvey Barnes, Chris Wood.
Hey, no.
Chris
Ashley,
Wood.
Ashley
Wood.
Barnes.
Eh,
Ashley
Barnes.
Barnes,
Ashley
Yes.
Barnes. Ashley Barnes. All right.
So first season, first game at home, crowd, Cop would definitely be on fire.
Yep.
Oh, Abang FJ predicted just what I predicted. 3 goals lah.
Big
Salah will give the FPL points.
Abang forever 301. Season he
Abang,
every 3-0 also.
Okay, last season, Joe had faith in Abang FJ.
Yeah.
And
This season, this season I'm gonna give his faith lah, because they always say that the big focus we are all anti Liverpool, right? I'm saying this lah. I'm not.
I'm not. All right, so
I'm not. Me and Abang FJ are Instagram buddies. We always text each other every day.
I know, he does that the same to me as well. Okay, Joe. All right, so Aston Villa, Newcastle, Joe. Come on, Aston Villa. They have.
I think this is the game where Villa starts their season, bro. I think I'm going to go with 2-0 Villa.
2-0
Wow.
Villa. Whoa, another clean sheet.
Yeah.
And then, wow, I've got this honourable task of predicting Crystal Palace, Brentford, a mini London rival, mini London.
Well, you know how Brentford plays now, so yeah.
Yeah, Crystal Palace first time. Crystal Palace stadium will be rocking. One
Are
of
you
the
going
best,
against the legendary
one of the most
invincible
hostile
captain?
ground.
You want to go against Brentford, and
Yeah,
Brentford.
I would.
Don't discount Brentford,
I,
sir.
I think Crystal Palace will get the 3 points for this one, and I'm going for a slim margin. It's going to be a nervy win for my captain, Patrick Vieira. 2-1 to the Eagles.
Wow,
2-1 to the
see,
Now
Super
my
Eagles.
now my
you
captain.
can't take the Arsenal out of Anwarin, man.
Now my
So
captain.
we've got Leeds and Everton.
Okay, interesting. So Leeds playing at home, Ellen Road, losing 5-1 to United. I think they have a score to settle. I
Yeah.
see Leeds winning this 2-1.
2-1 as well. Wow.
Mm.
Okay. All right, and then alamak, just nice.
That's nice.
Now
Lose
come on,
lah,
Sam.
lose lah. 1-0,
It's
1-0
just
lah.
Norwich, one. It's
Hey.
just Norwich,
Hey,
one.
Norwich has beaten them before, right?
Sorry.
Huh?
Yes,
They did,
for
they
Yeah,
did, yeah.
Norwich has beaten them
Last
before.
2 seasons.
Who-
Yeah,
who-
we're gonna
Yeah.
lose. We're gonna lose the next 5 games. We're gonna lose 1-0.
Shut up lah.
Pookie will
Come
score.
on.
Zam,
Okay,
hey,
let's see. Abang FJ, if you're hearing,
Abang
give your
FJ,
predictions
Abang
for
FJ,
City
please
and
give me.
Norwich.
This game week number
We
2.
will see whether Abang FJ loves you or not. Let's see. Abang,
Abang
Abang
FJ.
FJ.
Oh, Abang
Oh,
FJ.
boss. Oh, the last time he gave me 5-0, that team won 1-0.
Joe,
I remember this.
Joe, if this really does materialize 5-0, next week TBF Tuesday, Zam will be raring to go. No more fever.
No more fever. No more
He
He will
fever.
say,
No
bring
more
it
teh
on, bring
tarik.
it on, bring it on.
Bring it on, bring it on.
Okay, 5-0, 5-0 City.
Hey, but Zam, wait, what's your prediction?
Hey, Tristan,
I think no lah.
please.
This one I got to be
That's
realistic.
what you
lah. No,
expect from $100 million man.
I think it's gonna be a 3-1 nil lah. 3-1 win for City.
3-1-0, huh?
3-1.
3-1
Andre Agassi against Sampras.
3-1.
It's a game of 30 minutes, man.
Okay,
Every 30 minutes, 1-0.
3-1.
3-1.
Oh, Joe, exciting. Brighton versus Watford.
Hey,
You know,
very
this is a good
exciting, man.
match. This is a good match.
I think I'm going to go with Watford, though. 3-2 victory for Watford.
3-2 to Watford.
Yeah.
Oh, another high scoring match. Southampton.
3-2 to Watford, wow.
Yeah.
Southampton.
I think Watford's going to win.
Manchester United. Ooh. I mean, Ralph Hasenhuttl right now is severely under the cosh, man. He needs the win. If he's going to get the win, I really don't think so. United would have too much for them to handle, especially without the big towering presence of Vestergaard at the back. I'm going 3-1 Manchester United. 3-1 Manchester United. I hate it.
All right, let's go.
I really hate it. Every fiber
Wow.
of my body, I hate it.
Abang FJ,
Ooh,
Abang
this-
FJ will 3-1.
Wolves, Spurs.
3-1. Hey, Sim! FJ!
How did Wolves do in the first game? I didn't follow them. Hey, it's not
They
like I
lost
care
one. They
anyway.
lost 1-0 marginally. If Mr. Baby Oil had some footballing sense and had his shooting boots on, they would have won that match comfortably.
Who
But
did they
lost
play
1-0.
against?
Leicester.
Leicester,
Oh,
they
yeah,
lost
Leicester.
1-0.
Yeah.
A Jamie Vardy goal.
Nah, I think the hype around Wolves have died, lah. To be honest, you know.
Yeah.
I don't see. If Spurs is gonna lose this, then you know they're gonna be screwed. But I think, you know, with Nuno in Spurs, Wolves may have something out there for revenge. But I think Nuno knows how to play against Spurs, so I see Spurs winning 3-0.
3-0.
Ooh, all right.
Spurs 3-0. Wow.
And
Hey, and you know
Zam.
what? There is a subplot, you know. Nuno coming back. Nuno is coming back to Molineux,
Mm.
right? His old stomping ground. What about 3-0? Wonder what
Yeah.
kind of reception.
3-0 to
he
Spurs,
get.
huh?
Yeah, wonder what kind of reception he'll be getting. I reckon he will get boot, boys.
I don't think he'll be booed though. I think, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
I
The
think he left the club as
the boosts are for the snakes.
Ooh.
Yes, relax.
Oh.
We will have this
Hey,
one day.
no,
We will have this one day.
We're not starting this again, guys. It's
Not
10:50.
I can't wait, man, for Aston Villa to get up against Man City.
Zam, Arsenal versus Chelsea, Zam.
Arsenal Chelsea, come on, Zam. Your assistant manager, the one you told us when you sold Pep to us or Mikel to us, you say this guy was a damn good.
He
Then
said he
we
become a fraud.
Hey, you guys won the cup with him, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, FA Cup and Community Shield.
Was it
FA Cup.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
You see, An, you becoming AFTV already, lah, An. You don't give credit when it's you. Now you say Patrick Vieira, your captain,
Wait.
Crystal Palace.
Wait.
Later he go Arsenal, different story.
Zam, are you following this? Are you gonna go with this?
Before you go against me, Zam. Look
No,
at my name.
I'm gonna go for Ridwan as a peace offering for tonight
What you say?
Agree goes or what?
Agree goes lah. Okay, it's gonna be a 1-1 I think Lukaku will score if Lukaku plays.
Okay, tell me
And
something new, man.
Arsenal will score. I think Saka will score.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm
Saka
going with
and
a 3-0 Arsenal win.
let's go, baby. All right, we're doing a watch along, right, Joe?
Yeah, we're doing watch along.
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good.
I think I'll join on Sunday.
Let's
Yeah,
Join,
go.
guys,
Sunday.
join.
And then
Guys,
I think.
okay, let's wrap this up before we announce the watch. Okay, West Ham,
yeah,
Leicester.
West Ham,
I'm going with
Leicester.
West Ham. I think it's not West Ham means it. Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
West Ham.
wait.
Amos.
It's
West
still
Ham to
cut
win it.
tight though. Leicester. Nah, I think I'll go with
No.
draw. 1-1.
1-1.
A
Draw.
1-0 draw. Yep.
Okay. All right. Yeah, there you go. All done. Goody goody. That's done,
Alright, it's a
boys.
wrap for
It's
it.
a wrap. Wow. Joe, sum up today's show in one word.
Mind boggling.
That's two actually. Technically, that's two. Some.
Mind boggling, bro. I mean, we started the show with lots of laughter and banter, and then we went a bit down with Titanic songs, and then we got Arsenal, Villa, and we talked a little bit of United winning the league in the first day, and then boom! Like
Hey,
shots, like macam shots hit, you know. Like let me just
he's finding the sound. He's finding the sound.
Pew 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 pew.
Came in with a bang. A City fan came in with a bang and he explained his stuff. Why Grealish, why we need Harry Kane, why Daddy Shake is needed as well. And but at the end of the day, fellas, it's all good. The four of us love a lot of banters. We love a lot of controversial stuffs as well. But we love every club in the Premier League. All right, we're not anti any other club. We love every club. If we can love a club that almost got relegated, Aston Villa, we can love any other club.
Oi, oi, oi.
True.
Bro,
All right, we can also love Arsenal, who's about to get relegated.
this
Maybe.
love is only for
All
Premier
right,
League clubs.
Dibs, I
Okay?
can't hear you. Or maybe it's me.
This love is only for Premier League clubs, huh?
Oh, not for Birmingham. You know what? He's going that
Yes.
route.
I think it's my guys. But I can't hear you guys. Okay, you guys carry on, carry on.
Zam, how good was it to be back and alive and kicking and bantering and giving a couple of expletives online?
You know what? First episode of the new season with the banters, with the chats going in, keep it coming. We
Yeah.
need this, I think everyone was all waiting at the back, just before letting the dogs go. First episode, new season, bang!
We always start from
Everyone's
back.
on fire.
Yeah,
Started off with a bang.
we
Keep it up, boys.
started.
Keep it up.
We
Keep it up with the
started. We
comments.
started like house on fire. Tips, come on, man. Round us
Like,
up.
like what I said yesterday, back with a bang. I think
Back.
that itself says it. Back with a bang.
Yes.
Exactly.
Back with back, and of course keep it tight here next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Same setting,
Yes.
same bunch of crew, same faces. They will see again.
This Sunday.
This Sunday, all right, we'll
Watch
be having
along.
the watch along. So more info will be dropped via our Instagram account and also Facebook. And I don't think we have any new viewers right now. I mean,
Yep.
we probably have the same old one,
Share.
but guys, it will be really important. It will be really imperative that you can actually share this out, so we can actually grow the cluster
Yep,
into
yep.
a bigger space. And you know what they say: the more the merrier, right, Joe?
The more the
It's-
merrier.
it's always
Exactly.
good to have
If
a
you
bigger
guys,
party.
if you guys like to chat, shake and bang,
Mhm.
give us a call, DM myself, Dibs, Haizam, or Anwari, PM us and say you want to join in the show with us and we will bring you in. You can chat shit, get bang, get happy, get thrown away, or whatever.
90
Right?
minutes.
We
All
might
90
open
minutes.
up. We might
90
now
minutes.
open up the phone line. Let me work the technicality around it.
Yeah,
but
the
we
phone
might
lines are
just
still in the works of it. All right.
let's do a bit of a talk spot setting, all right? The people will be coming
Yeah.
in, and then we can answer them there and then. Okay.
Yep.
Don't use the word cluster now.
Wah,
Sorry.
An.
Ah,
An.
lots of love shown to you, man, Tristan.
Love all of you, guys. Love all of you guys.
All right. So right now, this is me, of course, Anteta, Jolie. We've got Haizam, Brooke S, and then we've got Tips, the villain man. Right now, stay tuned. Next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Keep it locked, keep it safe. All right. Enjoy your weekend, enjoy your football. We'll be back. Bye bye.
Yep. We'll be back. Hello. Goodbye.
Ciao.